We're up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Speeding. All right, guys. Welcome to week 2 of No Gian. We do have Flynn, though. Flynn with Gian's head. Gian, he's over here.
What up, G?
He'll be making some appearances throughout the episode. Yeah, I can hear you. So, yeah, welcome to Daniel and Gian Talks. Episode 22. What the hell? Oh, you're touching the microphone, the headphones.
Is it 22 or 21?
It's 22. So let's start off with this week. Last week's episode 21.
Yeah, what about it, right?
Lucky number 21.
Zack comes on after not, we kept skipping him.
That's right.
Like week after week after week, and maybe he's this unicorn of the whole show because Zack's first episode has 1,100 views on YouTube as of this moment.
Job, Zack.
3 days.
Yeah.
To the clap.
3 days. Do it all for you guys, man.
I mean, I think we've had maybe 1,100 views. 1,100 views the whole time the cast has been on.
About 20 episodes, yeah?
About 4 or 5 months, yeah. And you got it in one episode. I mean, maybe we're pushing the gun by blaming it, giving Zack sole credit.
I think so.
But I'm just saying 1,100 views has like 30. I mean, it's funny because 1,100 is really not a lot in the grand scheme. And I'm over here like, it has 1,100 views.
It was for D&G. Milestone.
But no, it isn't. It hits the first 1,000, the first video with the first 1,000. It's our very first 1,000. And the average on the other ones is like 30, 40, 50 tops. Our best episodes have a little bit over 60 views.
Yeah, I've been spending the last couple of days refreshing.
That's what it was?
I think it's Zack. He's watched it that
me.
many.
It's me. He just has it on loop, so when he comes home...
How many computers do you have at home?
I've got 4 roommates, man. You do the math.
It's funny, though, because, I mean, a day after it was released, it was already up, like, 150 views, and I had texted Carlos, like, immediately. Like...
I said, hey, tell Zack to stop watching or something.
No, but I was like, dude, it has 150 views, because that's how mind-blowing it was, right? And... I don't know. It's just, whoa. That was my cat Maggie. She
died.
I don't know what the fuck she was doing.
Rustling through the jungle, man.
Shut up, Zack. So yeah, it had 150 views out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden it just kept going 50 every hour. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't pay for views. Like, I didn't do anything. We've never paid for anything, and Gian didn't pay for views. He's in fucking Ireland. I'm like, can someone else? And I immediately thought, like, did one of our fans paid for us to have views? Because it was just, that's how weird it was. And the views weren't just coming from America. They were coming from,
did you see the
like,
analytics?
Brazil. Oh, my God. What the hell is my cat doing?
I think she needs to be on it, man. You got catnip in there or
Maggie.
what?
What did the analytics say?
Their countries are from, like, Brazil, fucking all over the world. And that's where the majority came from the U.S., and then the rest was from, like I said, all around the world. People are watching for, like, an average of, like, 3 minutes.
They were watching for 3 minutes?
They were watching 3 minutes. It's actually the one video has kind of fucked all of our analytics up because of so much. Because one video all of a sudden equated to almost all we've done, and so now everything's all skewed because the average view time for this episode, not this one, obviously, but that one was, like, 4 minutes. And before the views hit, our average was like 15 minutes, and that's how much it's like.
Oh shit!
It's okay, whatever. It's just weird. I just like, I don't know what we did because when I first posted, I didn't put any tags. I don't know. Like, I didn't even.
It was like
I think it might have been
New Year's podcast of shame because
the
that's
title.
how shitty. Maybe it was the title,
and the description too kind of went with it.
There's some shaming going on. They thought.
BDSM. That's my.
We're in the weird part of YouTube.
Hey man, I'll take it. Like, I just want to know what, like, these people in, like, fucking South Korea. Well, I guess that would be Aaron in South Korea. I don't know.
Any Norths?
No Norths. No Northern.
Kim Jong-un.
He's just like one. It's just him. I like them.
He's one of the 7 likes.
He fucking sends me a package. It's like fucking $1 million in North Korean, right? Whatever. Fucking
so was that,
all of a sudden
cents?
The feds are gonna start to come and everything because now I get this weird package from a fucking foreign dictator. That'd be sick, though.
Well, I mean, you'd be like second to Dennis Rodman,
Dude, could you imagine if he was like and he liked Daniel and Gian talk so much that he was like, "I'll give you whatever you want. You come and live in North Korea and do podcasts for me."
Just like in the interview.
I don't know.
That's crazy. I don't know where I was going with that, but
Yeah. I think
It's
the
just,
title
what do
did
you-
have a lot to do
what-
with it.
What do you think? What do you
Here
think?
we are.
Well, I mean, I didn't tell anybody. That's the funny thing.
Well, no one tells anyone.
Did you post it?
Yeah.
I think I.
And I
you
kind of just
posted
did that out of my own sake, just in case I had happened to make an ass of myself, which I think I kind of maybe did.
it. Did you even watch it?
Yeah. Did you
I actually
even
did
it?
watch the whole thing.
Dang. Well, Zach.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
I think I watched it.
Zack
twice.
is our like number one listener. That's actually why he came on the show, because he won a fan contest
Super.
for being the number
He
one
was
fan.
actually, you guys did like a mail-in thing, and I was the only one to do it.
That's the joke, Zach.
Yeah. Well, I just think the title definitely drew more attention,
I think,
just because it was
I think it was
podcast
the
of
face.
shame.
What? Because it had your picture on the thumbnail.
No, I don't know, because I don't know. Oh, was it? I don't know what the thumbnail
Thumbnail
I thought
was
it
YouTube.
I thought it was.
It
My,
was YouTube.
I showed my aunt, and she had something interesting to say about it. She said, "Well,
What?
if you're scrolling through all the videos on the homepage of YouTube and like go through your channel, that thumbnail, if they see you, Zach, they're gonna see those dimples, and then she's just gonna
the fuck?
gonna watch
Alright,
it or some
so
stupid
we're
shit
gonna-
like that,
We're gonna have a photo shoot of Zach's
Yeah.
dimples,
and then
His
just put them on
dimples are
every
gonna be-
thumbnail."
Every thumbnail.
Every
is a
thumbnail is a different dimple from Zach.
Yeah, I got kind relatives, man.
Dress the
It could be an
dimple
inside
up.
joke to D&G Talk fans. They'll get the dimple. They'll just start posting dimples everywhere.
Oh shit.
Dimplegate. I don't know.
I think it was your hat.
it was my
That's
hat.
my theory.
I wasn't even the fucking thumbnail though.
Is your hat? They stayed for the hat.
They stayed for the hat.
They 3 minutes of that hat, dude.
They got
But that's
maybe they
it.
were masturbating to my hat, and it only took them 3 minutes to nut, and they were out. And then they got excited. Maybe that's why the views are so much, because those same core people keep rewatching it,
All right.
and it adds another view, but they're watching only 3 minutes at a time because that's how long it takes for them to nut.
We got it all figured
So
out.
they're just
guys.
nutting
Don't
all
worry.
So
over
we
the
just need to
place.
divide the total amount of views by 3, and we'll know.
Like 300,
Dude, we're responsible
400.
for thousands of nuts.
Maybe that's what we should call this show. Daniel and Gian nut.
Oh, that wasn't the title.
I think there'd be a very good audience for that, but I wouldn't be involved.
Why not? Your dimples would be on every thumbnail. We already just.
Or
His dimple.
It would be nut on Zach dimple. That would be the video. Just nut. Not us. We're not gonna nut on you. That's
thank
weird.
God.
We'll pay someone to nut on you. A different person.
What is this wee stuff, Daniel? What is you?
Well, it's
What-
not
what do you
Daniel,
think,
Gian, and
Carlos?
Yeah. Why do you think the views went up?
Because your hat.
Oh my god.
This
I don't know. I watched it twice, so you count me in that too.
You watched it twice?
Oh, actually, no. I listened to it on iTunes and then I finished it on the computer. But,
Yeah. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe on iTunes. You can listen to it as many
Subscribe
times
to
as
our
you want.
RSS feed.
I don't even know how to do that.
oh, yeah, I only watched it twice on YouTube, like video.
You guys both fucking watched it twice?
Hell yeah.
You guys are like, oh my god, it's my first time on camera.
Well, no, I watched it twice to see like how the fuck I look when I speak,
I had
because
a
I know I
viewing
kind of
party.
do stupid things with my face and my body. So
Like right now, I'm shaking my legs,
yeah.
and last week, I had to cut around it.
You're shaking your legs so much.
No. I was doing this fucking like I was rocking back and forth. I don't know why. For like fucking 20 minutes, I was just rocking back and forth.
It's that fire, dude.
So anytime I would stop, like right now, I would just stop, and then I would just,
Keep talking.
cut back to that shot. Yeah, it was the first episode I cut in a while. I think I'll go back to the cutting.
I mean, these chairs
I
kind
got some
Well,
good
you
notes.
cut
Want me
you
to
cut
do
back
this?
and forth.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, the notes.
That it was liked. Zach texted me. I think you told me you liked it with the cutting.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
I had
Echo
a few
said.
people.
I don't.
What
mind.
did she say?
Echo said she didn't watch the whole thing. I think what she
She's
did
like,
was
"Damn, he needs a
she like
haircut. Tell him to
skipped
come.
that-
Tell him to come get one.
definitely, but I think she did that thing where like you skip to the middle or some
Drop the
shit
number, Zach.
and just bam.
Drop the hair.
Oh
if
yeah,
if you're in the LA area, and
if
you
you're in
need
the
your hair done.
Torrance, LA area, Salon Oxen in Lameda, just call 424-240-1691 and
I
ask
don't
for
know
Echo.
That's 424.
have to repeat it again.
Yeah, do it.
424-240-1691. Ask
Put it
for
on the
Echo.
screen.
Is that her personal number that you just gave out?
Fuck yeah, dude. It's the only number she's got. She's freelance. Send it. Who's a fuck? You prank call her? I don't give a shit.
Prank call it. We'll
Yeah.
Call.
do it now.
Let's do it right now.
But anyway, she said that
call her from your number. Like,
she said that you shouldn't have cut so many times with me just trying to catch a fly and shit. But,
Why?
but I thought that was the best part.
you're trying. Oh, I do know you
Yeah.
don't. I know what you're talking
I didn't
about.
even notice it.
Yeah.
No, I remember seeing it live, and then in the video, I'm like, what the fuck is Zack doing? I don't remember seeing a fly.
I think at one point I said I'm trying to catch a fly, but like really low because I didn't want to. But it didn't actually end up working out.
Did you catch it?
No, not at
It's
all.
still at my house.
It's at your house still. It probably got stuck in one of those traps that you got.
Probably.
Look at this. Look at this thing. I've never seen a candy so big. Sorry, that's a weird segue, but I just picked up a 1 pound of Snickers. It's literally a fucking. It feels like a gold brick.
1
Like-
pound.
Like 1 pound of gold. Like,
How much is it for that much chocolate though?
how much was this, Carlos?
That's like $10.
$10 for a pound of Snickers. Jesus Christ. Let's see how many calories do you think is in the whole bar?
Well, is it like one whole bar or is it several servings?
It's
Like, is it like
9
several
servings.
little bars or just one giant
It's
fucking
nine.
brick?
It's nine servings.
Ugh, I'm gonna say in one serving, it's got to be at least 400 calories, dude. And-
That
Yeah,
whole
dude, that shit's
bar is
gross.
like
400 calories. That's your final
that
answer,
whole
Zach?
bar.
all right. Let me dumb
No,
that down.
no. 44. That's your final
It's
answer.
What? You just asked me if that
2,500
was-
calories.
All
No,
right.
I was saying
I'll give it
that
to
is
you.
your final answer.
I'll give it to you.
2,000. Let's see.
No, don't look it up. That defeats the whole purpose.
He's just calculating shit.
Has 2,160 calories.
All together. So it's a meal. It's
It
one day.
doesn't.
Yes, it does. It's 9 servings, and it's 240 calories per serving.
See, he just remembers because he was looking.
Aw,
At it. How much
see?
was it?
2,160 calories.
Cheater.
And
dude.
that's a fucking day's worth of food technically if you're on a 2,000 calorie diet. So that's what's 25 times 9? Just look on your calculator. You just had it out.
225.
Is it?
Yep.
That's 225 grams of sugar. Wow.
Nice.
That's
And
gross,
we're about
man.
to kill the whole thing.
I can't do that.
The heck?
Oh, I'm not
opening
partaking
it.
in that.
I'm just gonna look at it.
Maybe.
What's your trophy? You're gonna put it with your Funkos? The Funko Snicker.
Slice and share.
And then in 30 years,
Put it in the
you can
microwave
eat
a
it.
little bit so it melts, so you can make it into like a little dessert.
Do you remember that video
Some
I
ice
posted
cream.
a long ass time ago on the D&G talk
Of what?
Instagram plug? Go follow us. The video with the dudes who open like the 40-year-old fucking baseball cards that have the piece of gum in it,
yeah, I see that one.
and then he chews on it and it just crackles. That's what
powder.
you're gonna do for that. It's gonna be that rare. They're not gonna make them anymore because there's gonna be too many. The obesity rate's gonna be so high that they ban fucking all sugar because everyone's just dying.
And people are just scavenging through
There's
old
no
baseball cards for gum.
What? I'm talking about Snickers.
So, what's going on?
What is going on? How's your New Year's break? Both of you guys. Or New Year's Day party, whatever.
How was the banger, Zach?
Actually, I got there around 11. It was pretty fucking sick. There was probably 250 to 300 people there, and they had an upstairs area above the garage because the garage is where they had the bands playing, and a pit and like a whole backyard alley going on. They had
Is that camera still rolling?
a crap ton of champagne, a bunch of liquor, like many different kinds, shit you don't want to mix around with, but stuff like that. And they had
you, me?
acid. Dude, they had acid in their punch bowl. And they publicly said, hey, have some acid punch. And everyone there was like pretty much tripping. Yeah. Straight
Wait.
out of a movie, dude.
Did you have some?
No. I had to work the next morning in San
How
Diego.
does that taste?
So. Acid? It doesn't have a taste. It's a
I
tab.
don't know how it. Oh, I don't know.
It's like you can get it in like little tabs. You can get it in drops. It tastes like nothing.
Like, those Pop Rocks.
Nah. Acid's the shit, dude. If
I
I
think
didn't have
people
to work
just
the
eat
next
Pop
morning, I
Rocks
would have
or
been taking that
the little
shit.
pop. That's it, right? I mean, that's the whole point.
It's just sugar.
I hate the Pock. the little crickle for the Pop Rocks.
Yeah, you should try that.
Did you
Try
drive?
drinking that with Coke. It's unbearable.
No, I didn't drive. I just stayed home and play Xbox.
What'd you guys do?
He stayed home and
I
played
stayed
Xbox.
Yeah, but what about you?
What game?
Battlefield 1, boy.
Hey, are you doing campaign at all, or are you just doing?
I actually edited, and then because I worked, and then I played. What'd you say?
Are you doing campaign at all, or are you doing the multiplayer only?
I've done 3 of the campaign missions. They're pretty fun. Have you played it?
Yeah, I've been playing
I
it.
haven't played it.
Battlefield 1 is actually the best game for me this year.
I'm gonna have to go with you on that because I love World War One and World War Two games all together, but the fact that they brought Battlefield 1 and just made it so badass, especially with their story mode, I'm addicted, dude. I'm sitting there just playing it.
So for those who don't know, Battlefield 1 is a first-person shooter on all the consoles and everything like that, and it takes place during World War One. And it's a change of pace because the last few Battlefield games have been all modern combat. Their roots is actually Battlefield 1942, which is their first game. That's
PC.
the World War II game, exactly.
OG shit.
And they haven't made a World War II game in a long time. I mean, 1943, that kind of counts. Or it's the Pacific. I forget. I don't know if it's 1943.
Xbox 360, yeah.
Yeah, I think you had it.
Yeah, it was fun.
But so they decided to go back, which I'm so glad because Call of Duty games are really getting fucking irritating. I hate advanced shit. Like it's just it's played out now.
Like Titanfall 2.
No, Titanfall's good.
It's good, but
Titanfall's different.
it's just too easy sometimes with their futuristic shit. But I like it a lot compared to Modern Warfare and stuff like that. But
did you play the newest one, Infinity Warfare or Infinite Warfare?
I tried
No.
to, but I couldn't.
I just beat it last week. Oh, I beat it. That was no, that's not what I was doing on it. I played. I don't know.
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, Infinite Warfare.
Oh, actually, no, I haven't played that one.
The story's actually pretty decent, I think. There's a little fucking. I just wish there was a little bit more backstory to like the villain and shit. Like the guy it was Jon Snow from fucking Game of Thrones. He was the main bad guy, and he kind of has no like purpose. He doesn't really. So you don't really see. I don't know. It was just weird. You don't really see him in a lot of scenes. It's like and then he dies like before the game ends, but a long time before the game ends, and he doesn't really. I don't know. It's just fucking. He's just evil, basically, and that kind of sucked because there could have been some sort of like dynamic to the game, but it never happened. But I didn't even play the multiplayer because I don't even care. Because Call of Duty's been getting faster and faster and faster and faster. And like each game, the gameplay has been like fucking and I suck. Like I remember trying to play Black Ops 3. I was like, fuck this. I'm not gonna play because
I'm on the same boat.
I'm just
with
gonna
you,
get
man.
fucking raped every fucking time.
Yeah. But
Eventually that shit gets old.
these rockstar
Like everyone's
fucking
fucking
kids, man.
Everyone's a fucking pro. Like it feels like it.
Yep.
But so anyway, back to Battlefield 1.
Love it.
What this game did special about their campaign is it's not a like story from point A to point B with like you follow the same group of characters or something like that. Excuse me. It follows the footsteps of like the older Call of Duties, the World War II ones, where it would show like, you followed this group of people through a small little campaign. Call of Duty 3 did that, where it was like not a story, but you like followed like the German campaign and you followed whatever. So it's basically these little vignettes, and it's good because it shows different facets of what was going on in World War One, but the stories are like personal and they're grounded, and it's not like fucking out there where there's like some fucking crazy Nazi leader and then some like Wolfenstein or something where it's super made up. So like it feels respectable to like what was going on.
That's what I like about it. It's like you kind of get a real sense of what was really going on back then, because you had these, normal people just all of a sudden get drafted into this war, and damn you, Maggie, why do you have to be so adorable though?
That's crazy.
She's gonna come on up here right now.
I liked it a lot.
No,
dude.
and I loved it. There's like a Lawrence of Arabia level, and it's just interesting. The way the game starts is actually one of the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we talk about that? Because without spoiler alert, that's it.
It's not even a part of the campaigns. It's just like the intro to like I think you play it like right when the game turns on. You play this level, and all it is you're in. No, she's good. Don't worry about it. Just make sure she doesn't knock your shit over. You're in like the trenches because that's World War One trench battle. That's what it was. And now Maggie's in the camera.
The cat.
Say hi. No, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine.
Say she sit on my lap.
Bro. What up, cat?
She's smelling the vodka shots.
Let's take him.
Let's do it.
No. We didn't even say hi to Gian.
Oh, hey, Gian, you thirsty, buddy?
Gian, you want some?
Okay, this is weirder than I thought.
Yeah, dude. I feel like he's been thinking about this for a few days.
Gian.
Cheers. Cheers. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, the first mission they have you play as soon as you start is the shit.
Explain it.
They explain to you in the very beginning you are about to, portray a few characters expect to die. So you're just going from one front to another type of front to like, a tanker or to someone else, right? I don't really remember much because...
I'll fill in the details, but keep going.
But yeah, so you start off as some guy, he has like a flashback as he's in the hospital bed and you play that flashback. Am I right?
He's a black guy.
The main character in the movie or in the game poster.
I'm not talking shit. I'm just...
Oh, no, I know.
identifying
But
him.
for
He's
them
the
to
black-
reference that.
Gian.
And
Maybe if it's over here.
No,
you
it's
could
good.
you could keep playing as long as you can. You can try to hold off as long as you want. But the end result is they're going to overwhelm you and you're going to get killed.
Yep. So let me fill in that mission. So it spawns you in the trenches, as I was saying. And
Cool.
you're this black rifleman and you're just fucking killing, advancing. You're not a German. I think you're the British. You're a British soldier. And you're just killing the Germans as they're coming, and they're fucking coming into the trenches, and you're just wiping them out. You got a machine gun and all this shit. And like Zack said, once you can't, eventually they're going to overwhelm you. And once they overwhelm you, you're going to die. And then I'll continue with what you were going. So when you die, normally you're like, fuck, you got to respawn, right? Like in all games, mission failed, reload the last checkpoint, right? And you got to go back and you do the same thing until you progress.
That's right.
That's not what happens in this. When you die, it says the guy's name. So I'm assuming these people are real. If it was cool, it'd be it was like Jacques Brown, 1917.
Well,
1850 to 19. It showed how old he was. Excuse me. And then what would happen is the camera would zoom back out, and then you would go and enter another soldier also on that same front, and you kept progressively doing more. So you went from like just outside the trenches to like physically in the trenches, and into like a tank.
yep.
You go into the tank people, and then the tank eventually blows up. Like all these, and each time you die, it keeps pulling back, and like, it's showing their day to death and everything like that, and until finally, I think you enter into the black guy. I think the black guy's the last guy, and then there's a badass cutscene. And then basically, I think the black guy kills someone or something, and then he wakes up in the hospital bed, and you've been reliving this memory of him and stuff.
Yeah.
But the reason why I liked it so much is like, it was the first time in a long time where I actually felt like my character died.
Yeah.
Like there was a little bit of weight to like a death.
I'm with
like,
you on that.
Because there's so many games where it's just, and I think this isn't for the whole game. It does. It's just for this opening level. But like I was saying, you're just so used to respawning and reloading the checkpoint that like you don't really feel like a person yet.
Yeah.
And when you're playing, you don't really feel like that guy either. But what happens is when you see he dies, it's like, oh, now he has an identity. Like, oh shit, I was that guy. It's that weird. It's like a weird feeling. It happens like 5 times throughout that level.
What really brought me like kind of to a sense of reality, I guess you can say, is that the fact that the dates they were born and the dates they died really shows that how fucking young these dudes were. They were younger than us.
It was like, well, they were all younger than us. Like one of them was like 1901 to like 1917 or something.
Yeah.
They're like 16, 17,
It's
Obviously,
like,
it's not
geez
legal
Louise.
for that, but that's what people snuck into the military. Back when there was wars where you felt like a good versus evil. You know what I mean? Like now, it's like we're fighting an ideology.
Yeah.
You can't defeat terrorism. There's no way to defeat terrorism
No, no.
because all it does is how do you defeat it? You kill all the terrorists? Okay, but if those
Anybody
terrorist
could be a
kids, if
terrorist.
those terrorists have children and you just killed their dad or their mother, they're gonna want to take revenge on the people that killed them. I mean, that's how it spawns. Or the drone strikes that kills someone, like a child, like the dad's child, and now the dad wants to fight for the son's memory or whatever,
Yeah.
or vice versa. So we, the country, by doing these things, we're just building and building these people up, and it's like it's no wonder. And so I'm not going to forget about Battlefield 1, excuse me, but I want to talk. This is going to segue into my point today. So there was a shooting today in Florida, and I believe 8 were shot total and 5 died. I think that's what the count was. And I haven't read I read a headline where he used to be an army veteran or something in the Iraq War, and his brother said he was messed up or something. I didn't read the article, but war fucks with people, dude. So I don't know what messed with him to made him target people. Maybe he got pushed to the point because like San Bernardino, right? Remember the 14 people who got killed? Yep. No one saw that coming.
You never will though.
No, hold on. Here's what I mean though. What I mean. No one saw that coming in terms of like them buying their guns, them buying their ammunition, things like that, because they weren't on any watch lists, because they had like clean records. They were pretty much good, good outstanding citizens, or I don't know if those particular people were citizens, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like they had a good repertoire.
Yeah, and then what happened is probably online created them and made them into a jihadist and killed all those people. Because maybe they didn't have to go to, I don't know where they're training, Afghanistan or something. Maybe because they learned here. And here's what I mean by that. Obviously, CIA, if you're listening, this is all in humor.
Right
this is all in humor. Maybe that's because I was talking about Osama bin Laden. Maybe that's how.
Maybe that's why we got so many views.
Triggered, and they're like, the CIA.
They're like,
Snowden. Is that why? Snowden, can you tell me why? I'll take it. Hashtag
security
Snowden
level
answer.
orange.
But I'm not a terrorist, but if I wanted to go shoot up the mall tomorrow,
you could.
I could. Here's why. Let's just say Carlos has a gun. Carlos owns guns, right? Legally. Like, just he got his permit. It's whatever. Like, it's up to California code. All this shit, right?
Yeah.
And he has an AR-15. I don't know if that's illegal in California or not. But I'm assuming
it apparently
it's
is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Some shit with like the ability to do burst or some shit fire is illegal now. But now
that's
you can
always
do
been illegal.
I don't know.
No, that's always been illegal.
Really?
In California.
You can't buy AR-15s anymore.
Well, I'm talking about automatic weapons like that.
Well,
No.
illegal.
You can. That's. It, but by creating into an automatic gun, that's making it illegal. But anyway,
yeah.
Carlos could have a gun, and I could say, "Hey, I'm gonna go hunting or whatever. I'm gonna go to the range. May I borrow your gun?" Maybe you wouldn't because it's a fucking firearm, and you want to be a good citizen. But maybe it's like nonchalant because he trusts me. I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? We built this. Well, I can take that gun and go to like a few different Kmart's or whatever and buy rounds of ammunition. You know what I mean? And easily go into like I said, the mall and just tag people. And the reason why, no one would know, because I'm not on any lists. I don't do anything, as far as I know.
But when you buy ammunition, they register it in your name.
No. What I'm saying is, like, I haven't done any. I'm not like associated with terrorism.
Oh yeah. No, I know what you mean by that. But
no, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Though. So like all of a sudden, I'm not linked to anything.
Yeah.
If I came from Afghanistan,
then
in a town that happened to house terrorists, I'm just making this up, that guy might be on the list to watch.
Well, anybody in that region.
I know, but I'm just.
But I know what you mean.
saying, though.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you.
So people like that who have like me, of course they're going to get away with it, and that's the only thing that scares me about terrorism, because
because anybody can be.
The 9/11 stuff, they were able. They knew, like, they kind of knew. They didn't know. I'm not going to go conspiracy, but I'm just saying it was a little different situation.
Yeah.
These are homegrown terrorists, the one like San Bernardino and stuff. And so I don't know what happened to this guy. I don't even know like his nationality. I don't know anything. But
His name's Esteban Santiago.
he's
26.
He's Hispanic.
Hispanic. He's 26.
What
He
happened?
is 26.
What? Well, read while you're reading. I'll
It
just.
says this, the headlines: Fort Lauderdale shooting suspect was an Iraq War veteran with delusions of being forced to fight for Islamic State.
Nah, dude, that can't be right. I feel
See,
I feel like they're tagging that on there, man.
Well, it could be. Well, here's how I can explain that.
Yeah.
Well, he's Hispanic. I was gonna say if he's a Muslim. No, I don't know. I don't know. People are fucked up. It's not necessarily about terrorism, but I'm just saying that does.
At the same time of your argument that it is scary that someone can just go around and do their own thing because they're not on a list. Imagine how scary it is to be unable to obtain any sort of self-defense in a situation like that. Now, I know the Fort Lauderdale shooting isn't a perfect scenario because
Wait.
it's a fucking airport.
What's your point?
My
I know your point, but where is this
yeah.
coming from?
This is coming from me.
What I mean is,
Like,
what laws are being put into place that's making you feel this way, or what action is taking place in the government? That's making
no
you
action, no action at all. I'm just letting you know how I feel about it. Like,
well, but you mean that what you're saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you're saying the way things are currently going right now, that things are continually being stripped from us.
I'm not necessarily saying that. What I'm saying is they have the potential to be doing that. Now, California is a strictly anti-gun state, right?
Yep.
So, how are you? We can go on this for hours, dude. I mean, I don't really want to, but how are you going to feel safe if you have these people that aren't on a list that can obtain weapons and can do everything they can if they wanted to shoot you or whatever? How are you going to feel safe if you don't even have the ability to obtain a weapon to defend yourself?
Well, see,
if that was the case.
I mean, here's the argument
Yeah.
for me. I'll never own a gun, like
That's
ever,
cool.
ever, because even if that shit was going on, I'm not gonna be the one fucking. Because I said this on a previous podcast. I would never. If there was a draft, I wouldn't fight. Even if I
dodge,
went,
I'd dodge too. Fuck that shit.
well, no. Even if they mandated something where if they fine you, they're gonna whatever or something like
do some Filipino shit where they kill you.
No, not that. But it somehow forced you. Like, you know, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't do anything that involved fighting. I wouldn't do shit. Period. I would fail the physical on purpose. That way, I never fucking pass basic. But okay, back to what I was gonna say. So yeah, I wouldn't own a gun. Now I say this because you might own a gun, right? And if you own a gun, because you're of the reason you said, just in case, you know, there's a terrorist of some sort, and it doesn't have to be Muslim. I'm not saying that.
Just
It could be
any sort of
anything.
incident that is going to
anything that involves weapons and protecting yourself.
anything that's going to harm the safety of others
Right.
in the public
So
or myself.
I believe that you should be able to do that because it's a free country, and that's I do believe in the Second Amendment. I think that there definitely needs to be regulations, and there's definitely things that people shouldn't be able to have, because, you know, and I'm going to take a step back and say, I don't even think they should exist. Like, there shouldn't be assault rifles. Like, period. It's just because, this is my point. They're invented to kill, and if we didn't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we didn't kill anyone, then none of this shit would exist.
Oh, yeah. Like
because we're at the top of the food chain now.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really need weapons to hunt. But we do hunting for a sport. It's no longer, unless we're like natives of some sort, where we do this to like, because that's our only way of life, because we don't like subscribe to like technology and stuff. But it's like, what? Say it. You're waiting to talk.
But why do we invent these items? Is because at the end of the
Aliens?
day, no. At the end of the day, your objective is to take someone's land, get whatever the fuck you want out of them.
I know. I'm just being.
Get their shit.
I'm being like Jesus right now.
Okay.
And saying that if we all just loved each other, it wouldn't matter. Other than aliens.
Well, I mean,
because
aliens.
we already own animals.
Yeah.
I guess maybe we would need guns from animals though, because people still die by like.
Well, I mean, you still die by like
cougars and
boar,
shit.
like boars and shit will kill you.
Pit bulls.
You've seen those fools in
that
Texas just
Rip-
shooting down
Rip
people.
Scarface, he probably got fucking put down.
Did you
huh?
hear police shot some family's pet deer?
That's
No.
hilarious.
No. I don't know what you're talking
But there would be no outcry if someone ran him over on accident, right?
No, they had a pet. Some family had a pet deer.
And they shot it?
Yeah.
They hunted it?
The cops shot it.
He was was he in camo too?
I don't know. I saw a thumbnail. I didn't read
That's
the whole
fucked
article,
up.
but it was a fucking deer and it had like a Christmas sweater.
Maybe a deer makes a good pet.
Yeah.
The guy on
someone lost their pet.
Instagram, what's his name?
R.I.P.
The guy who's like, everybody eats, and he feeds the deer.
Oh, I never
Oh
seen
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
Those are his deer. It was his deer. Fuck.
It was like I saw the thumbnail. It was like a family photo with the deer. Like, you know those.
Stepbrothers
Yeah.
with the deer in the background.
It was named after like Bambi's friend or something.
So, okay. But as I was saying,
Rip.
I don't think that a gun is necessarily going to make you safer. That's my whole point. Because people who I believe in everyone's right to own a gun, but I believe there should be a due process. I believe there should be they should be able to check your backgrounds and more scrutinous than they are now, because I know that it exists, but I mean like
You're talking about like to the scrutiny of
I think
point if
everyone-
you're trying to apply to be a police officer, some shit like that, where they
what
just
I'm saying is like
fucking go through
you do
all
your
your shit.
background check and
Yeah.
they update it every so often, because like if you start committing crime, they need to be able to take your license away and shit like that. But what I'm saying in regards to you need to be certified. Like you need to be able to you have to take tests and like get like, and if you, it's like a DMV type thing where you have to take 4 weeks of shooting or something like that. You know, you can still buy whatever guns you want, but you need to be able to know how to use it, know how to like, use the safety and all this other shit, because not everyone who has guns, like they might go out to the range, but they're not fucking being trained and to handle a weapon or like defense training and things like that.
I could think of 5 people off the top of my hand that are not qualified to have a gun, but they have all the guns they want.
And so it's like, what's the statistic for like percentage of people who get their guns used against them, their own guns?
It's pretty high.
Google that. What would you say? I'm saying like 75% of people who fucking they
they
know how to use it. What would you say?
I think that
Guess. Take a
percentage
guess.
applies to the amount of like
Untrained.
yeah, just the overall untrained.
But it could be anything. It could be trained or untrained.
if
anyone can get their gun taken away.
If not
But
even
I'm saying it's
not
not
necessarily
about
used
that.
against you, but like just taken away from you.
No.
or
I'm
some
talking
shit.
about used against you, where they had it like, it basically that by them having a gun, it made it worse for them.
Oh, dude,
I said
definitely
75.
two thirds for sure.
Well, no, give me a number. 75%.
I'll go 60
60. You still loading?
just to make it easy.
I don't know. It's not showing.
Don't look up 2017. It just started. Look 2016.
Was the odds of getting shot at?
No,
I don't know. No, it's okay. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Specific
But it's
figures.
high. It's got to be high.
It has to be.
Well,
Because like if I had a gun, let's say you gave me a gun
dude.
for Christmas and somehow that was legal, right?
No,
and
it is
someone
legal.
and someone came into this house, I don't know if I would shoot them. I don't know if I would. I mean, I have a it's funny. I saw a post. I value life. Right? Now, I saw a funny post about this on Facebook. It was a political cartoon, and it was like this woman. She was pregnant, and you could see her baby inside, and like all the Republicans are against the stomach, and it's like, oh, life, protect. It's all this like fucking anti-abortion, pro-life like things that they're all saying this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then the next panel is the same mom, like 9 months later, with their 9-month-old baby, and the same Republicans are yelling at her like, you know, fucking whatever, you're moocher, and because now all of a sudden she needs welfare or whatever.
Yeah.
And the whole point of it was, how can you be fucking pro-life when it's in the womb, but the moment it comes out, you know,
That's been an argument for 20
you're
years,
on your
man.
fucking own.
Yeah,
I don't know what my point. What were we talking about?
Fuck if I know.
What were we talking about? What a weird.
Dude, we were
tangent.
talking about Battlefield 1, man.
No,
We just segued into this.
No.
You're gonna
Shit.
say something I forgot, and had something to say about it too.
Fuck. What were we talking about? I'm not continue. This is gonna be a cut here, but I'm not gonna continue until we remember it.
Okay, hold on. What were you talking about? What did you say? What did you just say?
I don't know what I just said.
Take a piss.
Bathroom break.
I don't know what I just
You guys are
said.
trying to remember it, yeah?
Oh
Well, I was
god.
gonna say something too. I had a good point.
I'm muting your mic.
Nah, dude.
He's missing.
So gay. Fuck, what was I saying?
What did you just say right now? Dude.
A percentage of people getting their guns used against them?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I know what I was going to say.
What? Go ahead. Say what you're going to say. And then I'll remember what we were talking about.
You said if someone owns a gun, it'll make the situation worse for them. They can,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But what if they have a gun and they're going to kill you? Wouldn't you rather have a gun to kill them?
I don't know. Because I feel like most people don't use guns. I feel like they're for show. Like,
I'm saying if the guy...
No, I see what you're saying.
They had a gun.
If they had a gun, that's a different scenario because then your real survival instincts kick in.
But what if you say, I guess it could go the other way too. If they have a gun and you have a gun, they're going to shoot you. But if they just have a gun, they probably won't shoot you.
Did you see that video of the
Just take all your shit.
Asian lady who they broke into her house? There's like, I don't know if it's the people, I don't know if they're Mexican or black or white or I don't know any race. But they broke into this lady's house and she fucking came out with the fucking Uzi and started fucking opening fire on them. She
killed them?
I think she killed one. It's all on her, like, I think it was a restaurant or
Brought out
something.
the chopper.
She fucking, she owned them.
She was chopping them down.
The Blammer, bro. Did you see that video?
The Blammer.
The Blammer, bro.
Yeah,
Who was that? Who was that rapper? Was it a rapper?
Blammer. I don't know. You know, I just saw Keanu like the other day.
Oh, I want to see
The
it. I still haven't
Blips.
seen it.
You never seen the movie?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, with
yeah.
Michael Keaton.
So in the movie, there's
Key and Peele, yeah.
they're called the gang, and it's called Blips. It's people that have been kicked out of the Bloods and the Crips. They're the
Bro,
Blips.
don't spoil it. That's funny.
The Blips.
I
You
watched
said
that.
Blammer,
I saw the
that's
trailer. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
The
Why?
Blammer. That's what I thought. Blips.
So, all that. Let's finish this little topic up.
Yeah.
Okay. So all this to say that I don't think that we should continually like lose guns because that's what you're saying. Like you don't want to live in a society where you can't like be able to get what you want when you want it.
Yeah, there's no point.
Basically.
I mean,
I know.
there's an extent.
But for me personally, there has to be some sort of. I'm not saying to strip all the guns, but I'm just saying that at a certain point, maybe we shouldn't have all these guns because the amount of guns we have is definitely equivalent to the amount of violence that happens in this country. Because in like other countries that have very, very low death by gun rates, the amount of guns they have is not necessarily as much. We have more guns than people that live in this country.
Well, I mean, the average person is just gonna have one gun.
Yeah, but that's including fucking like kids and shit, Zach. Those kids aren't gonna have guns. Let's just say 100 of the 300 million are killed children. Then that means there's 300 million guns and 200 million adults.
All right.
That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
That's a lot of guns. It's a lot of guns. I'm just saying. But to each is their own.
Yeah.
I'll
agree with you on that.
To each is their own. But let's finish the Battlefield 1.
Yes. Battlefield 1. Holy shit.
I just want to finish it up so we can actually finish the topic because we went off on a huge long tangent about fucking Florida shooting and
holy
whatever.
crap.
But so you play these little vignettes of these characters' lives, and it's I haven't finished them yet, but they're pretty fucking fun. They're pretty short. It's the gameplay is not the best in the campaign. It's not a huge Hollywood production like Call of Duty, but I enjoyed it. And the multiplayer is where it's at. They introduced this new game mode called Operations, and it's literally my favorite game mode, maybe in any fucking game ever. And what it is, so in Battlefield's always built huge maps because all of their fucking multiplayer involves tanks and cars and fucking planes and shit. So they have to have a lot of room to do all this shit. And my favorite game mode that Battlefield has is called Rush. And Rush is there's two objectives that you have to detonate bombs on both of them. And, so it's your typical fucking bomb assault type thing where you plan it and you have to hold it off for 20 seconds or whatever. And then it blows up, right? And then the thing about Rush, in most games, like if you're doing this in Call of Duty or Halo, once you plant the bomb and the bomb blows up, the round's over. Then it's over and the gameplay stops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you go to the next one.
And then it's the next one or whatever. That's not how it is in Rush. Once you blow the two up, so basically what it is, the developers DICE, they create a huge map and they restrict access. So at the beginning, you only have a little access to the map. And then you blow up 2 objectives, and then you push forward the lines, and then you have to blow up 2 more objectives, and the map gets even bigger. And you do this 4 or 5 times, and then the game's over. So all of us, you can advance 3 levels and then fail on the 4th one or whatever, and you fail the whole thing, right? Now, operations. This is what so that's Rush. Love it. It's one of my favorite game modes ever. Now, Rush is, like I said, an assault mixed with this open large thing.
Yep.
Operations is like what's the flag game called? Territories? That's Territories on Halo, but what is it on
Capture
most
the flag.
games?
Capture the flag. On what?
Conquest. It's
Oh,
called Conquest.
yeah, Conquest,
King of the
okay.
King of the Hill. There, Conquest, where you capture a point and you hold it, and whoever holds it gets the most points. That's what this Operations is based off of. So again, you take the Rush model of gameplay where you have a huge map, but it starts you with a little section, and then you have to capture 2 objectives, right?
Yep.
And you have to hold them, and then when you get the flag, then you can advance. The map opens up, but you have to hold both at the same time. So
That's
just
hard.
because I capture a flag doesn't mean it's mine now for the rest of the game. I have to capture it, and then I have to defend it the same time as I'm getting the other 2 flags or 3 flags, or or 1 flag. It depends. Sometimes there's 2 flags on each territory. Sometimes there's 3. Now, and then you keep doing this until basically you win. But the thing that I missed is in Rush, it's not a time limit or something. The game can go as long as it needs to, but you have tickets. They're called tickets, and each time you die, you lose a ticket, which means you only have a certain amount of deaths, and that's shared throughout your whole team, not just you. So it's like 250 tickets. So if you die 250 times, the game's over, right? So Operations also incorporates this, where not only do you have to capture and hold each flag one at a time and get them both at the same time, you also have tickets. So you can go out, you're going out in waves to attack, and if you get mowed down and stopped, the game's over.
Yep.
Now you might just be thinking, well, why didn't they just make this Rush? It's just Rush with flags, right? No, that's where it's wrong. That's why this is called Operations. That's why it's my favorite. Once you get past the 5 stages and you beat the level, like I said, even in Rush, the game would end at that point. That'd be the end. There wouldn't be round 2 or nothing. That's it. Operations is different. It's 1 map, and then it's called the campaign. And once you complete the campaign and you get all 5 objectives, the game takes you to another fucking map.
Yep.
Loads up again, and you have to do it again. So you win when you win a map, it's called winning a round. And you don't always go to round 2, because if you get stopped in round 1, the game's over. So when you complete both rounds, and actually in the Middle Eastern one, there's actually 3 stages, so you have to do it 3 times. Once you get it passed, then you officially won the Operations game. And Operations is so fucking cool that when it ends, it actually sends you to the main menu. You can't just keep playing with the same people. That's how many fucking...
That's sick.
And I just like that, because it just changes
See,
it up
I haven't
every
gone
time.
that far with Operations because I've only made it to the round 2, and that's it.
No.
Because, dude,
It's tough.
their gameplay is ridiculous.
It's tough. And what's crazy about it is it just, you feel like you're in World War I, because like you're rushing, like you think trench warfare and stuff, and it's just like it fucking works. It really works.
I really like the inaccuracy and the recoil of the weapons that you get because it's just realistic as shit.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
For
think
some
about
things. It's kind of like World War II though. Like the guns are all like World War II-esque.
it. Yeah. So
I
you
don't
can sit
know.
there and spray and pray, and you'll probably hit somebody. But like if you're sitting there looking down the sights, you got no fucking chance unless you have like a rifle.
Oh yeah,
or anything
with the
like
bullet
that.
drop. They have Battlefield has bullet drop. I think Call of Duty maybe has it now, where like you could, like the bullets actually will drop over distance.
Oh, it does.
But that was before Battlefield was the first one to do that. But what I was gonna say is the length of the match. I remember when I first started playing it, I was like, oh, I want to play. My first fucking Operations game was like 90 minutes.
Shit.
That's a fucking movie. Like you feel it, and when you win, you feel accomplished. And here's the twist. There's one twist to operate.
When you
One
say
more
Operations
additional-
match, you mean the whole 9, or do you mean just one round was 90 minutes?
The whole shebang.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
The
because
whole shebang.
I've had one round where it's like half an hour. and
So, Titanfall, the first Titanfall had this. I forgot what the game mode is called, but you basically play computers like waves. It's like horde mode.
I remember. I know what you're talking about.
Survival.
Right. And now here's the thing about, and it was rounds. It was round based, and Titanfall introduced a mechanic where if you lost and died, and your shit blew up because you had to defend a little central object, if it blew up, it wouldn't like restart the game. You'd basically have another life, and you could try the round again one more time. Right. I loved it because it made it fun because you would get to the fifth one, and if you died, you could still beat it, and you still feel like accomplished, right? It's not like you're fucking, because that's the worst when you get really far in horde or like zombies, and then you fucking just die, like something stupid happens, and you're mad, and you don't want to play zombies again because you have to restart. So it's kind of like that, but you start on the level you were at. But anyway, so Operations incorporates that to make the game even longer. If they get wiped out at any stage, they don't start from the beginning, they'll start from that area. So if they're on the first map, of objective 3 of 5 total, and they lose, they get depleted or whatever, it'll start over from that particular point, and you can proceed forward with the campaign. Now, another twist to the twist is you get a fucking air support, you get the blimp,
You get the reinforcements, the whole shebang.
or you get a train. On certain levels, there's a train, and they just fucking wreck. Like, the fucking blimp just fucking... You're just blowing out fucking cannons to the ground, and people are just blowing up. It's like fucking an AC-130, basically. World War I AC-130. And so it makes it even easier to capture points. So you lost, but now it's giving you the upper hand a little, theoretically. You can shoot the blimp down, which is awesome because the blimp actually fucking comes down. And I have recorded videos of like it killing people. If you'll die, the blimp will kill people. Yep.
Nice.
And what's great about it is it stays on the map.
From the grave.
Yeah.
It stays on the map. The blimp's like fucking rotting steel. The steel just fucking, it's on the map, and it becomes like you can hide behind it and shit.
All the animation behind it.
Everything's destructibility. The destructibility's back. Battlefield Bad Company 2 style. But if you lose that second life, then it's over. And so if you waste your life on the first round, you won't have a life on the second round. So your lives continue with you through the whole operations. But if you lose one early and you lose at any point, you're done. So like I said, they lasted like 9. It's my favorite game mode. And then they have this. But what I've been playing the most is a game mode called Pigeon. War Pigeon.
Where you have a pigeon,
pigeon?
that
War
sends
pigeon.
messages, right?
Yeah. So it's basically like what's the game mode with the skull? Oddball?
Oddball, yeah.
Okay. It's Oddball, right? Oddball from Halo, where you hold the skull for the longest, and
Yeah, you get points as you hold it for time.
That was a good
so
one.
the way it works on this is you're writing a message on a pigeon, so it can fly to give the enemy the coord. I mean, not your enemy, but your teammates the coordinates to airstrike the field. And so it's a really, really small map. There's no weapon. I mean, there's no vehicles and things like that. And you have to write this pigeon, and there's a time limit. And so as soon as you write the pigeon, you fill up this bar. You can release the pigeon. Now, what's cool about it is the pigeon's flying away. That's on an automatic point. They can shoot the pigeon. Literally, they fucking shoot the pigeon
What
from the
happens
sky.
is a new pigeon
Oh
comes?
shit!
It doesn't count. It doesn't count as a score. So it takes like a minute, let's say, to write
thing.
the message. And if you stay still, you write it faster. But if you run around, it's really fucking slow. So it kind of forces you to like stay down and defend a
So
spot.
if someone gets killed while they're writing it, does the next person have to start writing
Then
it
the
over,
enemy,
or
the
does it
enemy,
continue?
no. So the enemy writes their own message.
Oh,
But
new one.
but if I get the pigeon back, it'll continue from where I left off. So you don't have to
Okay,
continually
so
like
just
fucking,
for the one player
until
that
it
wrote
gets to like 40 seconds total time or whatever. And then you have to do this 3 times. First 1 to 3 wins. But like I said, when you release the pigeon, it's not guaranteed that it's going to score.
What does it just fly off really
all
high? You
gamble.
can't see it anymore.
So there's a little, like on the screen, there's like a little cursor, and it like pulsates around the pigeon as it flies away, and you just shoot it like a fucking hunting game, and the pigeon will explode if you get it, and it doesn't count, and you get you get score for killing the pigeon, and if it scores, the team that scored it gets points for scoring the pigeon, all of you, and it's fucking The game's supposed to last like 10 minutes, but I played fucking 30-minute, 40-minute games because no one can score because we're just fucking killing everyone. And if you die outside the map, because in Battlefield you can run outside the map forever. You have 10 seconds though. If the timer comes up, you're dead. The game will kill you.
Yep.
Like, because Halo, if you fall outside of the zone, you
die.
die. In this, it's not. Doesn't you can go in 10 seconds. If you don't come back, you're gonna die.
Yeah, I've done campaign where they just blow me up.
So in the small, the war pigeon takes place on such a small little stage that it's really easy to wander out. It's not really easy, but it can happen sometimes. And excuse me, if you wander out with the pigeon as you're riding it, you die. Your team gets penalized, and the pigeon becomes lost. You have to start over. So, like I said, it's fun. And then they have Conquest and Rush, which are the classics. But I've been spending my time playing War Pigeons. It's 12 on 12 too.
When I used to play Battlefield 1942 on the PC back in the day, they had similar gameplay to Operations, and that's what I really like about what they did with Battlefield 1.
I haven't played 19. Actually, I never played 1942.
Dude, I used to play that shit when we were 9. I was playing the PC all day with that shit.
I started on Battlefield 2. Well, that sucks. You should. Battlefield. Well, you don't really play. You play Halo and Dragon Ball Z.
Well, I mean, nothing wrong with Dragon Ball Z.
I'm not shitting on it.
Budokai 2 was the shit back in PS2
I'm not
days.
shitting on it. I'm
Just saying.
You hating, bro?
Just saying.
I'm not. I'm not hating.
I know you're not. I'm just saying.
You should.
But like a hater.
You should play Battlefield. 1 is where to start.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
1 is actually pretty rad.
No, I have a life. I have a job.
Yeah.
I don't play video games. I'm not a child.
Yeah.
That's what Carlos is saying.
Fucking Carlos.
I just haven't bought a new game in a while.
Dude, this was the first time I bought a game in a few years, and it was Battlefield 1.
I've been playing UFC on Xbox.
What are you training?
Yeah.
Training for VR?
Dude, VR is oh man. Have you played it?
No.
VR?
I have no idea how to do it.
Michael Aliota, if you're listening, which he's not because he doesn't care about me.
Fucking faggot.
He's in Italy right
if
now.
You're listening to this.
But he has an HTC Vive. And I want to actually, when he comes back, I'm going to hit him up because there's a lot of games I want to play.
Get your own, bro.
It's fucking like $1,000.
Yeah,
dude.
first of all, and Michael Aliota has nothing to do but share it with us.
Yeah.
True.
Like, hey, bro, check this out, bro.
So I want to, because when I played the games, oh my God, it's so realistic. It
Daniel
is
wants
so
to go
realistic.
he wants to go for a hike.
There's a game. What?
Yeah, you.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you never leave the house and you need VR to go for a hike.
Oh,
that was
shit, dog, he's
stupid.
calling you fat.
That's a smart joke, sorry.
I was gonna say that there's an app where you're walking on the top of a building or something and you lean over the edge.
Look over the edge. I've seen that.
You can look up, and it looks like fucking Minecraft graphics.
I see.
But I'm like, whoa, shit! Like you get the
You
feeling like
did
you're
it
gonna
already?
fall.
You've
No.
done that one?
I think so.
I think I've seen videos of people just falling over, like
No, it's like, I'm not even
they
kidding.
feel like they're falling. Like,
There's a bow and arrow game because these controllers. There are 2 controllers for your hands because that's how it senses like you, and so you can like pull the string of the arrow. It's fake, obviously. But
Yeah.
So you're pulling it, and the controllers vibrate, so it feels like you have tension in your arms, and you're shooting these little fucking like cartoon figures. It looks so fake, but it feels real. Like it feels like you're actually shooting a bow. I've never shot a bow, so I shouldn't say it feels real.
Oh.
But
Ever?
No, why the fuck would I shoot a bow? I wasn't a Boy Scout.
I wasn't a Boy Scout either. I had bow and arrows. I was shooting shit.
I'm not white.
I'm not white either.
You're white.
I'm Mexican.
You're white. Zack's white. He's half white. The half white side shoots bows and arrows.
Oh, yeah. Oh, not the...
triggered.
Are you sure it wasn't the Browns? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Browns were the ones that shooting bow and arrows back in the day, right? The Indians?
The Browns. The football
Yeah.
team.
Aztecs, the Mayans, Native Americans. They're all shooting bows and arrows.
Cleveland.
Those brownies.
Oh, yeah, those guys up north.
What?
But nothing, dude.
Those guys up north.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Up north from the. Never mind.
I don't even think
Never
you
mind.
know what you're talking about.
Forget it.
Up north where?
Just forget it. So you were shooting this bow and arrow in VR.
No, I was just trying to say it's really realistic.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's all. That was it. I was just trying to illustrate that point that it feels real. So, yeah, I don't know what how VR came up. How do we even start talking about VR?
I'm talking about Battlefield, and
I don't know. I think maybe I don't know. What, Maggie? I saw, dude.
Solid.
I saw, Maggie.
Battlefield, and then UFC.
Oh, UFC.
Oh yeah, I was telling him he was practicing VR.
No, yeah,
Who's
yeah,
fighting
yeah.
next?
Now you're talking about. It was a UFC joke that got us off on the thing.
It was the VR joke that I made about you walking.
Yeah, but nah, that
and
was
then
not
leaving
funny.
your house.
Um,
Hiking.
so we're an hour into the show. You want to get it started? You want to start?
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Ronda Rousey lost.
Oh, let's comment on that
Yeah.
first. Here's what I want to say.
You mean the villain from the
Oh,
game?
Motherfucking Zack was right. maybe that's
I
why
should've
they're
known.
coming in. They're listening to Zack for the future. He's Nostradamus. He
I
predicted
told
the
you guys
Rousey
Ronda
fight.
Rousey was gonna lose. You guys didn't believe me, and then
Well, you didn't really say that. You didn't really say Nunez was going to win. You
Okay.
just didn't say. You were just like.
I said Rousey's
I said
gonna lose.
Rousey was gonna win.
And then I said, "You really think she's gonna lose?" You're like, "Well, I don't." You backtracked as soon as I questioned.
No,
you
no,
already
we can go
backtracked.
back to the video and
Fucking
trace that.
killed,
Dude. Go
dude.
for it.
It was not even
She
a
got
fight.
rocked.
I was very confident in my answer.
Well,
I
someone
think she should
said-
come back though. I really
Someone said it's like when you're playing a video game and your controller turns off and the other person's just hitting you.
do. Dude,
Bro.
that's. Did you lose headphones?
No.
Oh, I did for a second.
Yeah, she got rocked.
She
Nah,
got-
She should just retire.
No, I think she should come back. I think she should come back.
Why? To get beat up again. She got paid $3 million.
If she gets beat
She's
up again,
good.
if she's a
She doesn't
fighter,
need
that's
to.
why. She's a fighter, that's why.
She's
Dude,
not,
if someone paid you another $3 million to get beat up
She's a-
again in
she's
6
a-
months,
She's a fighter. That's why I
I
think
would do
she'll.
it.
I think she'll come back because she is.
she
a
got
fighter.
wrecked because she can't fight.
But she was. I don't think she was doing it for money. If she was doing it for money, she could have retired. She should have retired after the very first loss.
No, but she had to come back.
No,
You
she
had to-
didn't.
yeah,
No, she didn't.
You had to.
At that point in Ronda's career,
Yeah,
she was already
lost.
She was no.
She has
She
to
already
get a
had
rematch for a title.
She already
She
had.
had to.
I'm not even talking about UFC. I'm talking about her personal life. She already had movie deals. They were doing so much shit. She was making so much money outside of the UFC. That's why, like, going up to the fight, people were saying, like on Joe Rogan's podcast, how she doesn't like the fact. He doesn't like, the fact that she was talking about like her movies and like, oh, I'm only gonna after this fight, I'm only gonna have 2 or 3 more fights because I'm gonna get into acting or whatever. And he was saying, like, once you start talking about that, you're already done because your
Yeah, I heard that
your head
podcast.
needs to be 100% in the game.
Yeah.
And so
Amanda Nunez, that's all she does is fight.
So what I'm saying
do
though, what I'm
anything else.
saying is though, at her height, she could have retired after the first loss and been healthy and fine. She didn't have to come back. She chose to come
I
back.
think she did.
People who have to come back need the money. You don't have to.
She lost the title.
Well, do you know
she
what?
was undefeated. She had to have a rematch.
Okay, and why do you want to do that? Because you're a fighter. Because you actually
Yeah,
care. That's my point.
She had to.
But that's my point. So you're making my point that she
had to.
cares.
but Amanda Nunez used her
But now
as a
she
stepping
doesn't have
stone
to.
to get into where she is now.
She didn't have to the first time. That's
But
what my
now
point
she
was.
really doesn't have to. More
She
so than
really
the first
doesn't.
time.
Now she really
She
does.
had to the first time. Now she doesn't.
I still disagree.
No idea. No, now it's like, okay, you can stay. I mean, you can stay home now. The first time,
Okay, yeah,
There's less
sure.
names.
Now there's even more of a reason for her to stay home than ever
yeah,
before.
That's it.
But
No one wants her to come back. Really,
I do.
besides you.
I do because America loves a success story. She could come
The
back.
success,
I don't.
the
I don't.
success
she shouldn't-
story
if
is
she
Amanda,
If
dude.
she comes back, I'm not taking anything away from Amanda. She fucking rocked Ronda. Period.
No, I'm not
She's
saying
rocked,
anything
like,
about the
last
fight
4
in general. I'm
people
saying,
in
do you
a
realize
row.
how smart she was for taking on that fight?
Who was that smart?
Amanda.
She didn't. She had no choice.
No, what do you mean there was no choice? Are you kidding me? All
Amanda-
this shit is planned.
Amanda-
She took the proper steps to make herself available to fight Rousey to get that shit.
No.
So she can get up into more.
She was the champion.
She was the fucking #1 contender. Her first fight had to be
I'm
the
not.
fucking
I'm
champion.
not saying that isn't a
Ronda
fact.
was the #1 contender.
When she lost, she went to #1. And Dana White said that when when she's comes back, she's gonna fight for the title again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna make the most money,
Sure.
and B,
because Dana White knew she was done.
right. Oh my God, shut up. Not right. I take that back. What's
I'm
your
gonna edit
point
that.
though?
What I'm saying is Amanda Nunes is she used Ronda Rousey as an easy target to make herself more well known. Like, think about it. She just beat one of the most.
That's not an
No,
easy
I don't-
target. That
see,
was that was the
I don't-
only
I don't-
target.
Really? Because you're gonna tell me that someone who's that confident, who's that powerful, and rocks you with every fucking punch you give, isn't gonna have the ability
Ronda's
to
not
kill
Ronda
Ronda Rousey.
is not a striker, and her coach.
She knows that.
No, she obviously doesn't because she needs. If she comes
tried
back,
to stand with her. She
at-
should have
What I'm
clinched.
saying
She
is,
should have. Yeah, she's
Should have
fucking.
went for the clinch.
No,
she
not
did.
what you're saying. You didn't.
He's
no.
not even saying anything.
I'm really not saying anything. I'm not saying that that fucking
What
Nunes chick.
What I'm defending is that Ronda wasn't an easy fight.
Yeah, she wasn't
I didn't- it's-
easy pick.
It wasn't an easy thing
Amanda
where it was a
didn't
win.
choose. That was the only choice that she had to fight.
Did she springboard her career off of beating Ronda? Yes, I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
She
that's
didn't.
all I'm saying.
No, what you're saying is that it was an easy choice for her to do that, meaning like
No. What I think you're misunderstanding. You're not seeing the bigger picture here.
she's not the easiest target. No one.
She's not the easiest
no
target,
one-
but she knew she could beat her, so she fucking went for it,
She
right?
didn't have a choice. She was the champion. That's what I said earlier.
She had to get a rematch.
Dana is the one who decided the fight.
He's the rigger, right?
That's his job.
Yeah, he makes a fight.
He makes the fights. He said they're fighting. That's
Yeah.
it. You're either gonna fight or you're gonna
Not
lose.
Amanda.
It wasn't a choice. So it wasn't Amanda's choice. No, it
I'm
wasn't.
not saying that it was like, hey, do you want to fight this guy or what, or fight this chick or what? I'm saying is, I forget it, dude. You don't
What
understand.
are you saying?
For
No,
fuck's
go,
sake.
go.
Finish.
Hey.
I didn't
No,
interrupt
I really
you.
want to know. I really want to know.
What I'm saying is that she took advantage of the situation altogether. She could have fucking lost because Ronda Rousey's the most badass fighter. Am I right? Right? Is that what you were saying?
No,
No.
No, not at all.
no,
What are
not
you
even
saying?
close.
Wow. Okay.
What do you
I
say?
didn't. All I'm saying is, all I'm fighting against is you said she was an easy opponent. It was an easy choice, like it was as if
What I meant was
as
like
if
it
Ronda
was an
a-
easy decision for her to agree to that because she knew she was gonna win. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm not saying that Ronda Rousey is an easy fight.
Okay.
Okay,
I
Zack,
guess that makes
I don't
sense.
know.
Yeah.
It makes sense,
I don't.
but I don't know.
I don't think
You
it
can cut
does.
all that.
No, it is what it is. Maybe I'm fucking stupid. All of your followers that are gonna follow
Maybe.
you, they're gonna roast me.
We're all stupid.
I'm not saying you guys are.
I didn't say that. Triggered. Someone's triggered. Look, no one expected Ronda to lose in the way she did.
I did. I like I said, I told you she was gonna fucking
As
win.
I said, he's a
Zack.
Nostradamus, bro.
How are you gonna expect someone?
because
to
Ronda Rousey looked fucking.
I will
ready.
not deny that. I will not deny that she looked great. She looked like she was in perfect condition.
In her previous matches, I was always. Now, obviously, this isn't me fat shaming Ronda. She always looked chunky though, not like fat, but like she always looked like not tight. She didn't look tight. Not saying you need to be chiseled to fight, but you know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you mean. She doesn't look agile.
She just looked big, and this time she didn't look big. She looked she was serious the whole time. She didn't do any press or whatever, which is another topic of discussion, which I'm not going to get into.
I don't care about this
She
shit.
did a few things, like
No, she-
pilot promos.
Dude,
Yeah, but she didn't talk to anyone. She didn't do any press.
No.
So let's skip back to what I was going to say about
Yeah.
the fight. She stood toe to toe, as you were saying, and she shouldn't have, because
Her coach told her she's a good boxer.
exactly, and got it into her head, and so she thought she was
Or
a
it's
boxer.
Ronda
She
and
could-
her pride. Like,
But-
I can box. I'm the best.
But to be
But no,
fair,
you can't.
she got rocked within 10 seconds. The first punch, she was already done.
Yeah, I
so
was
we didn't
gonna
even
say.
get it. There wasn't even a chance for the match to
there was
progress
no
anywhere.
standoff.
Well, yeah, she
it
didn't.
was just
she
straight.
didn't move her. She didn't move her
Still,
head or
she was-
anything. She
she-
didn't.
Yeah.
She wasn't. I don't know. I
You
don't
see
think.
the way she walked into that ring though?
Do you think that she threw? Do you
'Cause
think she
can't-
did on
She has
purpose?
a weak chin.
Okay, it's
Do you
like
think,
the,
no,
it's,
hold on.
Ronda
Do you
threw it on
think? Do you
purpose?
think it was a throw?
No.
I'm
way.
asking
Are you
Zach.
kidding me? It was definitely a fucking throw. How much did that chick get paid per second of the fight? just to take a couple punches.
Nah,
She
dude,
got a big punch.
We're talking about Vegas here, brother. Like
No
That's a big fucking throw for her to
Hell
get
no, she's
fucked
not
up
gonna
like
throw.
that.
Oh,
She's-
you mean
she has enough
30 seconds
money.
of getting punched 10, 11 times?
If it was a throw,
10, 11 times. Bro, if Amanda Nunez punched me like that, I'd be dead.
Oh, no one's denying that. She's
I
a
would-
fucking
dude,
rocker.
My skull would be crushed.
But what I'm saying
why
is,
would Ronda throw it for the money? No, she doesn't need fucking money.
well, apparently she's going to Hollywood.
No, you
man.
just said she needed the money.
Apparently
That's why
she's
she
going
came
to
back.
Hollywood, man. You know,
I never
she's an
said that.
actress,
You said that's
know?
why she came back because
Yeah,
she needed the
she
money.
needed the money.
I never
man.
said
You
that.
You
did.
said, dude, you
Because
just
I
said
fucking
that.
say that.
Because I said
fucking-
I'm gonna play it back right now. The audience is gonna
Nah,
hear it
I'm not
and
gonna
play it back.
Go ahead.
listen to
What
this
did I say?
bullshit.
You said that because my whole argument was she could have retired after her first loss. but
I never said
And
she
she said
didn't. No. I never
Why
said
would
she
you-
did
she
it for
said-
the.
you
I
said-
said she had to come back to fight for her title, not to get money.
But
She
why
had-
would you come
why
back
would-
to fight your title for money?
No, because she for her
Because she's a
pride,
fu-
because she wants.
That's
the
why I
title.
said she was a fighter. I said
I never
that.
said she wasn't.
That's why I said
You said she didn't. She said.
no.
Think
no,
about it.
no. I said
Okay.
the reason why she's coming back
Okay, I
is
never.
because of her fighter spirit,
And that's
not
what I was
because she
saying.
had to. No, you said she had to come back.
She had
Not-
to because of her spirit. It's the same shit.
No, it's not because you want to disagree with me.
What do you mean? We're saying the same thing.
You made it seem like she needed to come back for the
She
financials.
needed to come back. No, I never said financials. She needed to come back
Zach,
because she was
Zach,
the
be
title.
the final say.
When did I fucking say financials?
I'm not
Never.
gonna say anything.
Hey, man, that was the
Who's right?
implication.
Who's right here? Who's right here? I'm
Did
not
I
gonna
ever
anything.
say financials?
All I'm saying is,
Did I ever say
she
financial?
threw it, dog. She
No.
threw that shit. All right, I don't give a fuck what
We're
you guys.
arguing about
I don't care
something
what you
else.
guys are
But if
talking
she
about.
threw it,
She
why would she
fucking
throw
threw
it?
that
Because
shit.
why?
Why would she throw it?
Well, why
The
wouldn't she?
only thing I can think of is
Which
because
gonna
of
bring
money.
me back to the other point,
Okay.
which is
No,
just
no.
admit that you fucking.
Dude, her
I
fan
never
base-
said financial.
that I'm right.
You're,
Okay.
We're both right. You're
Well-
right, and I'm right.
Well, you got to
I'm
think
saying
about it
the
like
same
this.
thing. No, I'm
After
talking
her
about
her last loss,
But why would she
Against that
throw
one
it? Just
chick, yeah?
don't fight.
I know, I get it. You could be the best fighter ever, but as soon as you lose that fan base, UFC is gonna lose interest in you as well.
Yeah, but why?
But
would
with the
she throw
revival or
fight?
like her return, that was like huge marketing campaign.
Why
That was
she-
her.
Okay,
throw
so
the fight.
so she hold on. So let's go. Hold on. I'm gonna go with Zach's thinking here.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, this is
Yeah, this is me. This is me
this is
saying
Zach
this shit.
here.
Yeah.
This is Zach, the one who took Math 10 at community college.
Math.
Yep.
Math 10.
Yep.
What is Math 10? You asked?
Algebra.
No, hold on. No, it's not algebra, Zach. It's not.
Oh no, it was fractions.
It's when you learn your tens.
Math 10,
Yeah.
for those who want to know, is math learning. Hold on, I'm trying to think of like what level it would be in grade school, but I'm just gonna explain what it is. Math in math 10, what you learn how to do is add, subtract, multiply, and divide.
What about PEMDAS, bro?
Sometimes with fractions. That's the course description, and I remember that because the very first day, Zach told me a story about a chick who, as the teacher was reading the syllabus out loud, remember this, Zach?
I remember this
The
story.
chick's like, fractions? Oh, fuck this shit.
she fucking dipped
She
out of that
left.
class,
She
dude.
stood up and left. Bruh.
Yeah, that was
Zach-
my community
Zach-
college days,
Zach
man.
dropped out, by the way. He didn't.
Oh,
he
after
didn't
2 weeks, I was like,
he
you know
didn't
what?
finish the class. College algebra, just so people know, is 100. So Zach was 90 levels below. So I say all that to say is, let's follow Zach's line of
Let's
thinking.
do
here.
it. Let's
Remember
do
Remember, Zach also thought that. Zach thinks that Ronda needed the fans, so she needed to do the second fight. Otherwise, people would lose interest.
No,
Hold
no.
on, no. This is
That's
what
not
you
what I'm
said.
saying at all.
No, let me finish.
Yeah.
You're
You
putting words in my
said-
mouth now.
Yeah.
You said
I know what that's
that
like.
that the UFC needed her presence. They needed each other. That's basically what you said. Because if she stopped after the first fight, UFC would lose interest in her. Her fan base would lose. You fucking said that.
I did
don't
not say
care.
that. What
You
I
did
said
say it.
was after the first loss, her fan base was dropped because of that
You
loss.
didn't say that then.
UFC therefore started to lose interest in her.
You're wrong.
But
So she needed. Okay.
so then
All right.
You're just
Okay.
assuming
I agree.
shit.
No. Okay, you did say that, but the reason why I think what I think is because if you follow that line of thinking, then that means that Ronda needed to come back because she needed to get her fans back.
no, she needed to come back to be the fucking loser to bring back a new fucking person. Dude, think about it.
She came
Look.
back to lose.
Look, I know it's fucking stupid, dude.
I'm not saying
so
anything.
stupid.
Talk.
I know it's a fucking far-fetched idea, but think about it. If you're a fucking
You
big
heard
ass
it here,
bitch,
you heard it here, folks. By the way, when it breaks in 5 months,
What's your
or
hot take,
in
Zack?
in 5 years, when her autobiography comes out, I threw that fight. Yeah, I threw that fight.
Zack knew.
We're gonna come back. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
Fuck. You heard it here first, folks.
She threw the fight because she wanted
Continue.
Amanda,
Okay,
she wanted
so-
to boost Amanda.
so she lost that fight fair and square. I'm gonna assume. I really don't fucking know.
No,
I don't
assume
know.
so
she
she
threw it.
didn't throw it.
No, no,
Throw
no.
it?
No, the
Threw it.
first fight that she lost, the
Oh,
one
okay,
that
yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah,
brought
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
to say
yeah.
fuck Rousey. You know, this new chick's
Yep.
badass, whatever. She started losing fan base. Started struggling, to fucking come back. It took her 9 months to recover from that or some shit, maybe a year, and
You mean
people were wondering
between
what
fights?
between fights.
It was 400 days.
444
so a year and a couple days, right?
over a year. Yeah.
Over a year.
A year and fucking 2 months, some shit.
Let's just say 3, but that's a
okay,
long time. That's
so-
a long
A year
time.
and a
So
little bit.
she's sitting there training, retraining all this shit, doing her
Right.
thing. She's trying to regroup
For
that
the
fan
purpose
base.
for the purpose of
this-
losing.
Yeah,
She's training to lose.
of course.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking shit. Keep going.
No.
So
What I
I'm
mean
just-
is,
I'm just
what I mean is like
reconfirming what you're saying.
the UFC obviously saw something like, hey, fucking this chick's better than her. Rousey's on the way fucking out, like a Brock Lesnar or some shit.
Well, Brock Lesnar. The only reason why he stopped stopped being in the UFC is because he had some disease where he couldn't fight anymore.
No, but
No.
what I mean was like, it was like a fad. It was a
Dude,
If
Finish
Brock,
fad.
his
didn't,
point,
if Brock
dude.
didn't get sick, he never would have retired.
Let
I
him finish
guarantee
his
you.
point.
Because he was fucking wrecking. But anyway, go ahead.
Go,
Go
go,
ahead.
go.
What I'm saying was, it was like a fad. It was like a situation.
I see what you're saying. They
Yeah.
get popular and then they
Then
become
they-
unpopular.
Exactly. So,
so-
what are they going to do to promote the next person? They're going to have them fight someone who's going to be a comeback,
Okay.
an underdog.
Okay.
You know,
Still don't get it.
you still don't get it.
No, I get
Okay.
it. No. I'll explain it. So what he's saying to, and if anyone out there listening didn't understand what Zack said,
I understand what you said, but I don't
it's hard to-
understand how
He's-
it
he's
relates
saying-
to what we're talking about.
He's saying that the reason why Ronda threw the fight is because she was going to get paid. Because
She's
at the
gonna
end of the
get
day,
paid,
that's what her
That's all
motivation
it's all
is.
about, dude.
'Cause
It's
you
money.
Didn't, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. But that's the motivation at the end of the day.
Yeah,
is to
she
get
needs
paid,
money.
and that's exactly what
That's what
Carlos.
Zack-
So Carlos is right. But this is what Zach
I
said.
never said that she needed money because I don't think she did.
Oh, so I said that. So I'm right. Excuse me. I just needed to say that to myself. I knew I was right all along. But what
No,
Zach
you're wrong.
said, I am right.
Because she had to come back, but not because of money.
You're gay. So what
She had to
Zach
come back not because of money.
what Zach is saying is the reason why she came back was to help the UFC. It was like a UFC conspiracy in order to have another person to take Ronda's mantle because the UFC, based on her first loss, saw that she was already out of the game and her fan base is going down, so they needed to replace her with a new person. And the reason why and how the new person was going to gain notoriety is by
Sure.
dominating.
Yep.
And then when you have the returning champ that just dominated fucking like 5 people in a row and they square off, and then Amanda completely dominates her. Now she's the new king of the jungle. No one who's gonna fucking stop Amanda. Now the UFC can promote Amanda for beating Ronda, for beat whatever. And so Zach's saying
I get that.
that
but
she
that's-
through the fight for money for the UFC.
So you're gonna tell
I'm
me
not
that-
saying that. I don't think that.
you're
But
gonna-
Zach is.
Sure,
Hey,
that-
hey,
I can
let me
see
give
how
you
that's
another
possible,
example.
But that's
Pacquiao versus
crazy.
Mayweather. You're talking about people that are entertainers now. It's not about sportsmanship anymore.
Well, to be fair, Pacquiao, his shoulder was like torn.
But
And you can
what I'm
see you
saying
only
is
pushed it up too
Pacquiao's a good fighter.
Fuck you.
Yeah, but this fight should have happened when they were in their prime. They're both older.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not unknown to a normal person that shit doesn't fucking go right. This shit isn't
they still
all
have
real.
to fight though.
They still have to fight, but it's not a fight.
I can guarantee you they're gonna have a rematch.
If they have a rematch,
Who,
she's
Ronda
gonna lose
Rousey?
again.
Mayweather and Pacquiao.
When they're
Oh, they?
fucking
Oh, dude.
skeletons?
Manny's still fighting,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I heard
and
about that.
and Mayweather's so fucking godly that all he needs to do is train because no one can fucking hit him.
Dude,
Dude.
that guy's
as long
a
as he
fucking
stays
monster,
fast, he's
man.
done.
Right.
Guy's a
He's not
fucking
done,
monster.
But that so what Zach's saying because I think Manny Pacquiao got 250. Mayweather got 250 million and Pacquiao got 150 million.
Yeah.
And so he's saying that they were able to promote off of each other just to lose for one last big payday. I don't. I mean, obviously,
Ronda Rousey
this,
didn't do that.
This is not what happened. We're not we do not endorse what Zack is saying right
Whatever,
now.
dude.
Unless in the future it becomes true, and then of course we 100% endorse
Yeah,
it.
of course,
You heard it
yeah. What do you?
first.
That's insane.
I'm
But
just saying, dude. It was
it's
too good to be. It was too good to be
it's an-
true.
it's
It's
an
too good to be
interesting-
true,
It's an
man.
interesting
That's
topic.
not what happened.
It's plausible enough to where it could have happened, but it's highly
Here's what happened.
improbable.
They promoted Ronda because if she wins, now she's back to where she was. They promoted only Ronda.
They only promoted.
But
Ronda. You never heard anything
You're
about.
gonna tell me
Amanda
that
Nunes.
chick was able to.
And
was
now
just down with
because
taking
Ronda
those hits?
lost, now Amanda Nunes is.
Which is good for the
it
UFC.
makes sense what you said.
Yeah.
But it's good for the UFC that Ronda lost.
Either way, it's
and
good for them.
And Ronda's going to come back again. I'm telling you, she's going to come back again. If she loses 3 times,
I
then
don't
it's
think she's
official.
coming
But
back again.
if she comes back again, she can't fight anyone that's like. She needs to build her way back up,
You heard it here, UFC. Fucking
needs
bring
to-
her back for a third damn time. Otherwise, it's not real.
and then they also need to. She needs to fucking get a new coach because she's not a boxer. Because her coach, she should have dropped him after the first loss, but now definitely because Amanda's a striker. They should have known right away that they shouldn't be practicing for striking.
Well, why
Maybe.
didn't they know that?
It's
I mean, if
probably
they're the
Ronda
best.
too, man. She's probably,
Because her coach is a boxer. That's all he knows how to do is box.
Okay, but
And she has judo. I believe
and
she
she has
judo.
a lot of.
are you gonna
pride.
put all the blame on the coach? I mean, isn't it?
You can blame some on her because she's probably like, I
Yeah,
can
'cause I
box.
was gonna
Teach me.
say,
I
yeah.
can do it. She wants to be the best.
And
She
her-
thinks she's the
and
best.
she
She wants to be
thinks-
the best at everything. So she's gonna
Now
try
she
to
got knocked
box.
the fuck out.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it's not just her fault. It's a lot of other people's fault. Don't think it's a conspiracy though.
For now, dude. Just wait. Give it a couple years, man. You're
Why
gonna
did-
fucking hear all about it.
I did not expect this UFC talk to be as long as it did because I opened my laptop so we can actually start talking.
Sorry, man.
No, it's fine. I thought it was good.
I just,
That was good.
I'm just honest with you, man. I just don't think. I think half of this shit's rigged. It's all marketing, man. You're an entertainer now. You're not a sportsman.
I don't.
I mean, look, it's a sport, and it's
Be-
all about entertainment
you know why?
nowadays.
It's not rigged.
I wouldn't say it's rigged, but
look,
it's
hold on,
definitely in
hold on.
favor of certain.
Hold on. I'm
certain
going to give
audiences.
Zach a little bit of credibility here. It's not outlandish enough where it couldn't happen. It happened in baseball. The Chicago Black Sox. Nickname. 8-man out or 8-man out,
Happens
whatever.
in boxing.
So
That's
it's
what I'm
not
saying.
it's not something that's improbable, but I highly doubt it based on the circumstance. I mean, maybe it's the perfect storm. Maybe that's the best time when to do it is when you have all these things against you. I don't know, Zach, but I don't.
I mean, it's both sides can be like, yeah,
So do
this,
you
yeah,
think
that.
anything?
It's
You
cool.
think any big like super fight in any form is like for money staged 100%? Like it's not, or just this particular fight because it was a comeback, all this other shit.
I think it's just because of the whole campaign, dude. It's think
So-
about it. It's all about money. At the end of the day, what do they want to make?
So
A
you're
name.
hold on. So let's just say we have some sort of fucking time machine, and we can teleport Mike Tyson in his prime and Muhammad Ali in their prime in the ring together, right?
Oh,
that would be just for money, right?
That would be fucking. No, I don't know, man. That if they were as passionate.
No. I'm saying I'm going along with your point.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
agreeing with you. If they did something like that, then that would be for money. Like I would
Yeah.
not doubt that at all.
Yeah. Okay, I get
But,
what you mean.
But people, because we're creating that. That's entertainment. It's like wrestling, you
Yeah.
know, WWE. Like we're going for entertainment. It's not real. They're not really fighting. So that I consider it to be that level where like they're literally like cockfighting is entertainment
Yeah.
because it's for us. We're putting them in. We're putting the chickens in there or the cocks or the hens or whatever. I don't know what fights.
I think it's Cox.
But
It's pretty gay though.
but people want to box. Christian wants to box.
yeah.
They want to. My friend Garrity wants to box. He wants to fight. I'm not saying he wants to kill people, but I'm just saying like it's a passion in him to box. The art of like dodging and whatever, laying punches down and
But
stuff like that.
You're talking about an art when you're talking about a business.
But
You know what I mean?
What I'm saying,
That's
I'm
my
saying
relationship
let's
to
just
that.
say, let's say Garrity makes it big, right?
Yeah.
And he fucking goes pro, has a nice record, and he starts getting pay-per-views and shit like that.
Yep.
I know Garrity. I'm not saying money doesn't taint people because it inevitably does taint some people, not everybody. But, growing up with him and knowing how he is and how passionate it is, and even Christian, how passionate they are about boxing, I don't think they could ever throw a fight because it's in them. It's in what, it's their, like as Carlos said, it's their spirit. It's their will. Like that's their calling. It's like me with movies.
Yeah, that's what she had to.
So, well,
Because of her spirit, Daniel wouldn't know. You don't know about that.
I don't.
The
I quit.
competitive.
I quit baseball.
It's just like the fire
School.
inside
I
you,
quit
like the
baseball in,
competitiveness. in
high
you.
school too.
It's possible. Go ahead.
Look, all I'm saying though, Zach, is that when you get to that, when you're that type, when you take fighting as boxing as a passion as much as like people like that, you're not gonna just throw it in there. And so, not every fucking circumstance, like because there's a super, people just want to fight.
Yeah.
I think Ron, and that's my whole point. I think Ron is gonna come back because I think she's a fighter. If she loses again, no, you're done. Lose 3 times, you're done. Because something's not right. Especially if she loses in the same exact way, too. Because right now, she's lost both times in the same exact fashion.
But you
I
were
think
just
the first fight was a head kick.
She got KO'd the first time.
But
Okay.
it was still, it doesn't matter.
you were just saying
Wasn't even a
earlier how
fight. She
you
didn't
agreed.
even land one punch.
In the second fight, no, she didn't. Nothing.
You were
CM Punk did better. Like,
Sure.
he did. At
Yeah.
least he tried to
He
go.
lasted longer.
At least he tried to go for like a takedown. That's how
He
the fight.
didn't. CM Punk tried
He tripped and then
he tried to punch,
and then
and then Mickey Gall took
at
him
least
down.
he threw a punch,
Yeah.
bitch.
He went in there trying to knock Mickey Gall out, and he took him down.
CM Punk versus Ronda, who would win?
CM stunt.
CM Punk versus Ronda, who would win?
Fucking Ronda. What the heck? She'd take
Zack?
him down.
I'm not sure.
He's like a white belt.
No belt.
No belt.
No, but I was gonna say,
Brown
like,
belts,
you were just
purple belt.
referring earlier how Joe Rogan had said that she's been out of the zone or out of the game. You know what I mean? With all that. So I mean, and once you're out of the game, how do you get back in?
It's the spirit.
Yeah, but what if
It's the fighting.
the
will.
money can make you lose your spirit? Is what I'm saying.
It could.
That's
could.
what I'm
why
going for it.
That's why I'm saying what you're saying is plausible, but
not.
highly improbable. But it happens. It happened during the World Series in baseball in 1919, I think, 1919. Where 8 people bet to fix the World Series, and they fucking.
There's a movie about it.
There's a movie with Charlie Sheen in it, but they didn't just throw it like just, oh, here's some bean poles. No, they actually played. But they made sure to make mistakes when they can, and not everyone on the team was aware, but not everyone cooperated. And so they came close to losing a few games or like winning a few games because people were taking it seriously, you know, and fucking everything up. Because like I think the mob was involved, like it was a big thing, which is why I'm saying, Zach, possible, highly improbable, because of her spirit, because of the spirit. And it could be tarnished. But here's why I don't think that. It's funny how we're even fucking like arguing about this because it's really not about anything. But that's okay. It's fun. I'm having a good time actually.
Somewhere.
But if Ronda if that means that the UFC was in on the conspiracy, that means Amanda was in on the conspiracy.
Not necessarily.
What? Not Amanda?
Dude.
Well, maybe. I guess not.
You could
'cause
just.
Ronda just
what
got
you do is you
robbed
just tell the
'cause it didn't-
loser to throw it. Remember Pulp Fiction?
Okay. No, sure. Maybe. But I'm saying, but the UFC would be involved.
Want her to throw the fight.
I know, but let's just go with the
They
Zach
want
saying.
Ronda.
Dude, you're fucking right.
Ronda has a fan base already, and she's big and she's
They wanted
white.
Ronda.
Yeah,
to
but
be
look at
she's big,
Amanda.
makes a
She's
lot of
white.
money.
She can speak English. Amanda doesn't speak very
They
well.
would not rather have Amanda than Ronda. They want Ronda.
Even though Amanda's the better. I'm just being honest. I'm being racist, but I'm being
No,
honest.
you're not being racist because
She's
technically Anderson Silva was Brazilian too, right? He had one of the biggest fan bases for a while, and he never spoke a fucking lick of English.
Well, he's a male. Men are different.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'll give you that one.
I'm
I
not
didn't think
being
about it like
sexist,
I
it's
know,
just
but I know what you mean.
Because and that's why Ronda's so big, and that's why I think Ronda, of course, wanted to fight, is because before her, the women's division wasn't taken very seriously. I mean, I know when I started watching the fights, I didn't know about women fights, and they're kind of not the best fights. And then Ronda started fighting, like the people, like I just maybe I never saw them, or I just started noticing,
Well,
the
fairly new.
knockouts. And then it was like, oh, fuck, this is exciting. And then when Ronda lost the belt, and then Holly Holm lost the belt, like, it got fucking lit. The women's division was lit, but it's because of Ronda. So maybe, like, it's a farewell to... I don't know. It could happen. But we're done with the UFC talk.
Yeah, thank you.
It is... So there's 6 minutes. I'll set this up. Just take the
Can I
memory
take
card
a
on
piss
that
real
one.
quick and shit?
Yeah, you can take a piss. We're gonna talk about nigger navy, hashtag nigger
Fuck
navy.
yeah.
So go ahead and take
Hey,
a piss.
Can I get like a
and I'll
2-second smoke break? Not too much, but just a couple hits.
16 minutes.
16? Oh, I thought I had 6 minutes left.
How long have we been going?
90.
Talking about video games.
We're still this is still rolling. This is not a break. I'm not cutting this. So, for the audience out there listening, if you're not on not on Tinder, not on Twitter, then you probably didn't hear about this, but maybe you did because if you have Facebook or something. Yesterday, Yahoo Finance tweeted an article, and on the Twitter, the tweet, it said, you know, how Donald Trump wants a much nigger navy, and then they posted a link to the link of the link to the article, and of course, people screenshotted it, and Yahoo Finance deleted it and whatever, and obviously Trump meant bigger, not nigger, and Black Twitter, they just went with it. They went with this fucking phrase, and they didn't make it into a big thing because I think they were smart enough to know that it was a fucking mistake, that Yahoo's not a
It's
fucking...
probably one of those like scheduled tweets, and then whoever did it was like, "Oh fuck."
Yep.
They're fired.
They're definitely fired. And so, so they went and they've been making jokes, but
I haven't seen any of the memes. Let me look at them.
you haven't? Oh fuck! I'll read them. I have them up.
I heard
Dude,
one
all you
about
got-
like Rihanna as the sailor or something, or the captain.
That's stupid. Go on my
love you,
Twitter.
man.
Go on my Twitter. Just read them. No, that's what I'm gonna do. But don't read them out loud. We're doing this podcast, Zach. For reals, hurry the fuck up.
What do you say?
He wants us to go outside with him and suck his dick.
What's your Twitter? Okay, no, that's no. No comment. Please cut that.
So
For your sake.
for my sake. So yeah, they were making fun of the nigger hashtag nigger navy. So
That dirty word.
for example, let's see. Hashtag nigger navy. Gonna tell the commander, yo, we round the corner. Right?
Admiral David Robinson.
Oh yeah, that's a funny one. Admiral David. People don't get that. If they don't get it, David Robinson was a basketball player, and he was actually in the Navy, and he was and I think no, he wasn't. I don't know what his rank was, but they nicknamed him the Admiral, so he'd be the Admiral of the nigger Navy.
Go and turn down the music when they get close to the war to find the right country.
And all of these tweets are from black people, which is great because white people can't chime in.
There's one. Hit Trump. This is Trump. We're sending our battleships to Russia. Nigger Navy. Who all over there?
This one's good too. I know my battleship with the picture of the empty sign of the gas tank. You know how we said, I know my car. It's not on empty.
When's the last time you got an oil change? I know my ship.
Yo, I know my ship. Hashtag nigger Navy. And I posted this on Facebook last night. And, this one. The battleship after income tax season. It's a fucking yacht.
Are you approaching the battlefield? See what happened was.
These are hilarious. I posted it on Facebook and I deleted it because I realized that I have friends on Facebook who are fucking hypersensitive to the word nigger, and they'll see it and they're gonna think I'm racist automatically. And I was actually told this too, so I just deleted it. And
You were told this by who?
one of my friends that I actually respect. So I was like, and I thought about it. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna delete it, and then I just left it in our personal group because I didn't want to. I didn't want to get into a fight. Like if someone commented, like thinking I'm a racist and I'm not, because it's
Daniel
that.
Tarantino.
Oh yeah, him. I'm pulling up now. Ship hasn't left yet. Hashtag nigger Navy.
The war started 3 weeks ago. Where y'all at? Oh, we right around the corner.
Yahoo Finance actually tweeted, "We deleted an earlier tweet due to a spelling error. We apologize for the mistake." Oh, this one's my favorite, and this one, I guarantee you this one would make Gian laugh the most. It says, most definitely sailing over the Pacific Ocean. Hashtag know your Navy. And we always make a joke, Gian and I, and we always say, the specific, no, what do we say? Specifically. Like, specifically, you know, like Zack specifically just went outside right now and smoked. But a black guy would say, the stereotypical black guy would say, he pacifically went outside and smoked a cigarette. Zack's back. Welcome, Zack. Turn your thing on.
Babe, they trying to send me to Asia. Babe, give me that bitch Asia number because you ain't going. You and her going to be fucked up.
Yeah. There's a hash. When New York niggas are ready to join the hashtag nigger navy. Have you seen that?
No.
And it's a fucking Timberland.
Deadass.
SS Deadass.
Deadass B. They're sending me to Korea. Well, until I get Korea parents' number, you ain't going nowhere.
Hashtag nigger navy. Captain, I can take you to the battle or pick you up from the battle, but I'm not doing both. Hashtag nigger navy. We going to war, black moms. I need to know who we is before you go. Hashtag nigger navy. Oh, man.
So many.
We can't find the target on the radar. Now if I go in this water and I find it, I'm beating your ass.
If I find this radar, if I find this target. That hashtag. Pulls up next to another battleship. So what y'all finna get into? Hashtag nigger navy.
We gotta go to war. You got gas money?
Yeah.
General, Nuck, nigger navy. If you buck, sir.
Nuck if you buck.
Oh, this one's funny. I love this one. This one's great. I'm gonna post it on the page because to the people listening, they're not gonna be able to see it. It says, the hashtag nigger navy is gonna have recruitment applications looking like club flyers, and it's some black chick in a fucking bikini with huge ass tits, and it looks like one of, you've seen the flyers, the club promotional ones. Yeah. They look all. Oh man, that's funny. Y'all at war? Nah, we just bomb each other. Why? What's up?
Gonna get pulled over 100 times on the way to war. What are you doing in this part of the ocean?
The USS Hennessy. Hashtag nigger navy. Hashtag nigger navy. New ship, who this? Oh, this one's good too. Loses the war. Nah, man, nah. That shit don't count. Run it back. Hashtag nigger navy. Hold on, I need to stop for a second. Hold on. For those who are listening and thinking that I'm doing this just to say the word nigger over and over and over again, I'm not.
He is.
No, I'm not. Don't even play around because people will believe you. I'm not. That's what this says. This literally says. That's what the hashtag is. It's hashtag. It's not hashtag and star navy. It's hashtag nigger navy, and for me that completes the joke. It's funny. But it's only funny because of the fucking hashtag, which is nigger navy. So whether or not you're saying it or not, you're still kind of saying it.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to laugh at that, then that means you're going to laugh at the concept of nigger navy, which means that me saying it over and over again, I don't know. I just hope people out there aren't doing that. Let's see. What else? Let's see.
Yeah.
Captain, when we get to Korea, don't touch shit. Don't ask for shit because y'all ain't getting shit.
Bruh.
Me, boat making me seasick, ma. That's because you're always on that damn phone.
Nigger Navy gonna tell the commander, yo, we round the corner and still be on the dock.
I said that like that was the first one I read.
Fuck.
Dude, he said all of them.
That's what he's outside though. I'll give Zack a slide.
Sorry, dude.
Russia, we starting war at 9 a.m. Nigger Navy shows up at 6:30 p.m. What's headed our way? It's a missile.
You better get up and catch that ship because I ain't taking you to war.
Oh my god. Let's see what else.
It says I have to sign up for Twitter now.
USS. This one, hashtag nigger navy. USS INDEPENDENT. Because there's the USS Independence hashtag,
Here.
or I mean USS Independent.
Can the sailors come out and play? Not today. Why? They ain't do them dishes yet.
See, that one's not funny.
That's not funny, dude.
That
That's-
one's racist.
Yeah.
That one was racist.
I still haven't said it.
Commander, it's time to board the ship. Me, huh? Commander, if you can, you can hear. That was funny. Just because I didn't laugh at yours.
Stupid.
I thought that was funny.
When you get sworn in, hashtag nigger navy, you gotta put that on your mama and everything you love.
Jesus.
God. This is the last one. This is one of my favorites. All right, here you go. Captain, launch the torpedoes. Me, they still on layaway. Okay, one more. Stop coming in and out of my ship. Either stay in or stay out. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've heard some of these before.
We need you. Where are you going to war? Better call the Navy with the good hair.
Wow.
I tried to end it on a good one.
Yeah.
Carlos ended it on a bad one. So anyway, this is a hidden hashtag because you can't say the N-word on Twitter. So it's really for the people who know, for us, by us. I haven't posted any tweets. I've just retweeted because I can't. But it's funny. It really is funny. I think it's the best thing that's happened in 27 this year. I mean, 2017, not 27.
Like
It
week
was
one,
the
bro.
year 27.
Another thing that was funny that happened this year, though, did you see Carrie Fisher's urn?
No.
So, for those of you who are like Zack and don't listen to the internet or anything,
Where'd you read that? People
I
magazine, bro?
it's on TMZ. I don't know where it was from. No, it was a Hollywood Reporter. It was a Hollywood Reporter.
It wasn't on Reddit, so I didn't see it.
So you'll see it. It'll be up there. Trust me, because I think the picture just got released.
It's a Prozac.
So for those who don't know, she died late last year, and they just had her funeral.
Yeah.
And her urn that's holding her ashes is a Prozac pill. Like, it's literally a Prozac pill.
Oh shit.
She was always a jokester, and you know she had a drug problem and everything like that. Check that camera, make sure it's still running, please. So for her to have a Prozac pill, it's kind of like the last joke. And I don't know Carrie Fisher, I really don't, but based on all the testimonials that I've heard about her, you can go ahead and just switch it. You have to take the camera off the plate though. All the testimonials that I've heard, like everyone always said she's like tries to make people laugh and all this shit. So I could see her being the type of person who doesn't want people to cry at her funeral. It just happened that her mom also died like a day later. But so I think that probably was written in her will a long time ago, like because that way my family can laugh and you know remember the good side of me or something. Because there are people like that who don't you know, they don't have sad funerals. They don't want it to be a memorial. They want it to be a celebration or something like that. I mean, me personally, it doesn't make a difference. Because if it's, someone that I'm close to or something like that, I don't care. Like, it's not. That's just how I am. The way I grieve is different. But I thought it was funny because she had a drug problem, and it was like I said, it was just a way to make people laugh. And it's fat. It's already formatting. Okay. But that's nothing really to talk about. When you die, are you gonna get cremated, or what do you want to do?
This is what I'm gonna do when I die. I'm gonna get myself cremated.
You're gonna do it yourself?
Well, you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna have it get.
You're gonna smoke. You're gonna toke it up.
Yeah,
And burn yourself alive.
DIY, dude. But no, I'm gonna have it written where I'm gonna be cremated, and then I'm gonna have those ashes put into fireworks so I can have a grand finale. Shoot myself up into fireworks. That's it.
Why? Why fireworks though?
Because, dude, you don't need to pay for a burial service. You don't need to pay for anything. You just.
No, I understand that, but why fireworks?
Well, think about it. Like you were saying.
Why not get sent into space or something?
Because I'm not trying to be a time capsule or some shit, dude.
That's true.
Yeah, like I'm just literally trying to just go out with a bang.
Why not go back to the Earth?
Well, I would be. If I'm a firework, I'm gonna just sprinkle down, bro, into the fucking ocean.
What if they fuck up your firework launch and it's like that San Diego one I showed you where they all went off at the same time?
That'd be.
Actually, you'd probably like that.
I'd probably like that. Yeah.
What if it was a dud?
Oh shit!
Boom.
That would sum up my whole life then.
Just burn the fire. Just burn the powder and nothing. That noise.
Yeah, but that's what I would do, man.
I don't know. I'm just gonna get buried, I guess.
Yeah.
I want
was-
to be cremated.
I was raised Catholic, and it's stuck in my head. Even if I don't consider myself to be a Catholic right now, I'm still agnostic, and so that little piece fucks with me
Yeah.
because they say
Catholics have to get buried. You can't get cremated.
nope, unless there's like special circumstance. But even then, I think they changed this in Vatican too.
I
But
wanna
the
be
way
a
I was
tree.
raised, and like the way my parents
I'm a tree.
told me, and like my grandma and people tell you, is like the church always said, you need to keep your body whole, so when you go to heaven, that your spirit can be whole too. Like if you lose an arm, you might not have an arm in heaven. Like they didn't say that, but this was me. This is like my thinking. That's why, or like that's why you shouldn't give when you die. You shouldn't be an organ.
Yeah, I was gonna
donor.
say that was gonna be my next thing.
So what I'm saying is, on one hand, the person who like sees what I don't see it, but like who knows what happens to a body after it dies and it decomposes and goes back into the earth, it doesn't really matter. But then the spiritual side of me, because of being raised a Catholic, even though, like I said, I don't identify as Catholic at this point in my life, I identify as agnostic. Even though that still doesn't mean I believe in Catholicism, it still irks me that maybe you do something does happen. Maybe you do need, I don't know. Maybe there is some spiritual thing and it's connected to your body. But I would, at the same time,
Y'all need Jesus.
if someone in the world, in America or wherever, had a father like mine and he needed a heart, he got to the point where he needed a transplant. Like there was no more things they could have done. It was a transplant. He needed a new heart. And the way you get new hearts is when young people die.
Yeah.
If they're brain dead, they still have to be living
No, no.
for the heart.
So the way that works is that's not necessarily true, but yes, what you're saying is like if you die at the hospital by some miracle, then you could. But you don't. It doesn't have to be brain dead, but most likely it is because the heart needs to be taken out within like a few minutes of when.
Or else it's no good.
Yeah, so otherwise it'll start to like go bad. So what I'm saying is, if I could use my heart to help some fucking kid's dad or whatever, because it's a young heart. I have a shitty heart. You don't want my heart, because that wasn't me an emotional thing. I mean, I'm fat, so I have a bad heart. I hate people. It's cold. But at the same time, you're raised thinking like, or I was raised thinking like, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, can you imagine how fucked it would be if, like, you happen to be
stupid.
buried?
I know, but that's what they say, and when you're a kid, you picture yourself. You don't understand spirituality in the terms of like your spirit. Like right now, if I asked you guys what makes you, what makes you Zack? Yeah, but you're what, self-aware? Yeah. But how does that exist? What is that?
Dude, yeah, I know what you mean. No, I know what you're asking.
Our essence, our being, us being human, you look at a chimp and you don't look at the chimp as the same way as that you look at me, right? Because you think a chimp as an animal.
No, I wouldn't call a chimp a spick.
I'm not a spick either, but
no, I'm fucking with you,
man. Beaner, wetback, use one of those. Yeah. Anyway, you look at an animal like that, and you look at them as an animal. But you look at another human, you don't look at them as an animal. Why? What makes us different? And everyone says the fact that we're aware, that we're smart. We can have thoughts we can have conversations like this,
we're
right?
the same species.
Well, no fucking shit, but I'm just saying.
That's why.
Why do we feel this way?
Because we're the same species.
But we don't think that a cat has a philosophy discussion with another cat about like how we're talking about. You know what I mean?
Not the way we do it.
You don't know that. You can't communicate with a cat.
Do you think the cats talk like this?
No, they talk the way they talk.
Not like
some
this.
Some other form of communication.
But what I'm saying is some other form, but with the same.
I don't understand what your point is.
He's saying.
You're not letting me finish.
Okay. I'm with you on
that. You're going against. You're kind of like just being anti. You're not going along with the ride with me. Just go along with the ride. Okay. What I'm saying is most people think that our awareness to make decisions and like go choose and to do things, we don't have animalistic instincts. The fact that we can talk about this right now and not just be on survival mode 24/7, people say that's what makes us human. That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us like better than. Okay, from a religious standpoint, from a Catholic standpoint at least, God put that in us, which is why we're superior to animals, right? That's being this like essence. But now science is starting to slowly crack the surface on brain activity and know, oh, when you feel sad, it's actually a release of X chemical. When you're happy, it's actually a release of that. Instead of like, God made me happy or something like that. You know what I mean? So maybe there will become a point in time where we know exactly why we have consciousness. Maybe it's not real or maybe it is real. So what I'm saying is the fact that we don't know that, when you're a kid, you don't think about what I just said. You just think of like an angel, which is a human representation of yourself, right? So when you learn about like you don't want to lose your limbs, you see yourself as a human being. You don't see yourself as like fairy dust. When you're an adult, if you were to think of your soul, you would think of it as like fairy dust or something, maybe, like something that flies around like a cloud or something. You don't think of an angel in heaven, or maybe you do. I don't know. And if you do, it kind of lends itself to what I'm saying though, which is you worry about losing your stuff because you might need it later on.
I don't.
Yeah, which is what I was saying. Like, imagine how.
I'm not saying you, but people like me who were raised Catholic, and that's
So was I.
So that's, you didn't go to Catholic school though.
Yes, I did. I went to Catholic school from kinder to 12th grade.
I thought it was just high school.
Nope.
Then why the fuck don't you feel this way?
Why? It doesn't make sense.
What did they teach you?
That
You never heard any of what I said.
Yeah, but why do you have?
But that's just you. Then that's just you. That's not you're okay. So you're not saying
actually.
you're not saying.
I never heard that you need your heart. You can't.
Well,
you can't
no, that's me putting one and one together, because you don't want to destroy the body. The body needs to remain pure. That's the same thing to me.
Sure.
I mean, that's why people even were against tattoos, because your body's a temple.
Yeah.
And by putting a tattoo on, you're scarring your temple.
Yep.
And so when I growing up, I was against tattoos. That's completely fucking no. I know, but I'm saying that's what happens. You're brainwashed. The moment I got into the real world, it's like high school. Everything changed, and then you start seeing the real world and everything. That's why I'm so glad I went to Pedro, because it was a fucking public school, and I always say that I got my actual education. Oh fuck!
It's a bat.
A bat?
Batman's here. I always say that when I got my education at Holy Trinity, like my smarts, and then I got my street education going to public
Does she
school.
have a squeaky toy?
No, that's outside.
It's a bat, dude.
There's no bats here.
She doesn't have
In
a squeaky
Carson?
toy?
There's no
She
bats in
does, but
Carson? dude?
that's outside. It's coming from outside. It doesn't sound like that.
What the fuck?
Cats
is
don't
that?
have squeaky toys like that.
What could that be?
It's a bird of some kind. Maybe something's getting murdered out
It's a
there.
bat.
A possum or something.
Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Pause.
Get wrecked. So, lean forward, Zach. Scoot in.
Oh, sorry.
So all I'm saying is, I say all this to say that I don't know if I'd get cremated. My mother wants to be cremated, and she was raised just like how I was. But she wants to be cremated and put in like her favorite spots. But
Yeah.
my dad was buried.
We don't know.
No, you don't know. And it's fucking weird. It's just a weird psychological thing, because as much as I believe, and that's what I'm trying to say, that's what I was trying to say earlier when I was going through elementary school, and you start to learn, and high school, you start to learn more and more. And for me personally, it was like more science, less religion. You started seeing how bullshit everything was, like gay marriage and everything. Like I was never, ever, they actually never taught us to be against gay people, ever. They read the Bible passages and stuff like that, but they never once, they always said there's always like everyone's different. You know, don't fucking ever judge or condemn, or they need to go to like fucking Jesus camp or something. That never happened. Actually, at my Catholic school, they taught us evolution too. They didn't even, actually not two. They taught us evolution. They didn't even teach us the creation story, other than as a story, not as a real fact.
Okay. So it was like a separate class.
No. I mean, yes, but not, see, okay, here's what I'm saying. I know what you're saying. No. Religion, we had religion class where we would learn about the Bible and things like that or whatever. and they taught, but they taught the Old Testament, in which that's where Genesis takes place, to be looked at as fables, stories that you read and you pull away like information, like live a better life, live a better life, etc., whatever, right? And but they weren't real, so they taught creationism as a Bible story, but they taught evolution. That's how I remember it, at least.
That's good.
Because I never once ever thought, like, that was one of the first things that made, if Adam and Eve were the first people, then that means we're all related.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That's the first thing right away. We're all related. It's fucking weird. I mean, it's a weird discussion in general. The fact that we're even here at all.
Yeah.
It's fucking really weird. That's just really weird. But I would give my heart.
Intelligent design.
I would give my heart, or it's not, or it's fucking randomness. You don't know. That's what's fucking crazy. You don't know. It could be anything. It could be. Well, we're
Randomness.
We're lucky. We represent luck in the universe. If there was a definition of luck, it would be our civilization. Maybe that's what it means, because if you believe in science, you believe in the Big Bang, you believe in that.
You can believe in both things.
I believe in both things, because what started the Big Bang?
Intelligent design.
And maybe there's obviously, I think intelligent design has to exist to a certain degree, because, well, maybe not a certain, I don't know, it's weird, because maybe not in the force that we think as a god, but some sort of force. Maybe the force that creates,
that's what.
and not like in Star Wars, but like some sort of force that causes all these things.
Some intelligent being, something.
Because when you think about the Big Bang, we came from nothing, and then there was just like molten plasma and whatever, and then that kind of, as it expanded, like gravity started pulling things, and all of a sudden you started having orbits, and then just rocks were forming and crashing into each other, making bigger rocks, and then other stars formed and planets and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, we had to be the right distance from our sun, from our star, right? Fucking, we had to have a certain amount of comets had to collide with our planet to get to bring water to the Earth. You know, all this crazy shit, and then life had to spawn, so more freaking meteors had to come to change the world's temperature because it was too hot at one point, and everything was dying, and only the little microbial things were surviving, but they multiplied once they could, and then all of a sudden fish became a thing, and then all of a sudden some things are on land, and then those continue, and so now, you know, living in different parts, you have all these species and shit, and dinosaurs and whatever, and then us. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just weird.
Yeah.
That's why we're not like cats, by the way, because I don't think cats talk like this.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Cats.
What are you talking about?
No, we're just talking about death and.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, imagine how fucked it would be if you were, you know, happen to be an organ donor, and let's say you had your kidneys and your liver fucking removed, and then you go up to heaven, you can't even enjoy the wine that Jesus gives you.
Dang.
You know,
Dude.
how fucked would that be? So I'm not an organ donor for that reason.
Dang.
No, I'm kidding.
You don't need it in heaven.
I don't know what I would do though. I really don't.
Maybe in heaven you don't need a liver.
I would.
But I don't know.
I would want them to use my organs to save someone else's life.
I think I am an organ donor on my license. I don't know. I don't know where my wallet is.
Yeah.
But
I don't need it.
Let's take a little bit more, a few more topics, and we'll close it out because it's already been 2 hours.
All right.
And I actually have to go to work.
Me too.
Not right now, but tomorrow. Let's see. See what I want to end it on out of our list. Huh? Because I have a list of shit.
Something lighter.
Right?
On a lighter note.
Those all pretty light.
Can we talk about Bill Cosby's new sweater? It says, "Look, we fucking or I'm fucking."
What?
You haven't seen that one?
Hollyweed last time? Yeah.
No, we didn't. We could go ahead and talk about it while I find a thing. Hollyweed.
Someone changed the Hollywood sign to say Hollyweed. Oh yeah, it was the day after. It was on New Year's Eve that happened.
I think it was on New Year's Day.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And now there's a bunch of memes coming out. Like,
Hollyweed.
They changed the sign to whatever. Insert words here.
Yeah. I guess he just used tarps or something. So it
Okay,
didn't really
I know. All right, let's
vandalize
close it out with this.
That's what I'm saying.
I know what we'll close it out with. We'll close it out with two things, and one will be related to marijuana because that's a good transition.
I like that closer.
Okay, so first thing I want to talk about, I didn't know this, but the America's healthiest fast food restaurant is
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. It's really
I knew it.
because
Chalupas.
and they don't even advertise it, but apparently there's like a high protein meal, like a high protein menu.
You're
like
mistaken.
A low carb
They advertised that a few
Those
years ago
steaks,
with
though.
commercials on TV.
Oh, I don't have TV, so maybe that's
Well, no,
what I
no.
missed it.
That grilled chicken.
But I remember they did advertise that. That they had some woman spokesman who was the new chef.
Okay, hold on. All right, okay.
Yeah.
You're right. But what I'm saying is they don't consider them like themselves like a health fast food. They're not like who's healthy?
Nobody.
No, there's some healthy restaurants
That are fast food?
Yeah. They're not fast food like McDonald's, but they're like chain restaurants. Like Panera Bread is supposed to be healthy, right?
Sure.
Like I don't know. I don't fucking eat healthy food. I'm thinking there's one that has a tofu chicken sandwich, but I can't think of the name. They have a tofu chicken sandwich.
What's tofu?
It's just nothing. It's soy, but it tastes like chicken. I'm forgetting it.
I see
But-
what you're saying though. I get your point.
But they're built around being healthy. Like
Taco Bell's built around not being healthy, so that's why it
Taco
would be a
Bell is
bad
built
thing.
around the reputation of getting the shits after you eat it.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
they have. I'm looking for the article. Oh yeah, the Business Insider. Yeah, because it low calorie fresco option, high calorie cantina menu, and a vegetarian menu certified by the American Vegetarian Association. That's crazy though.
Taco Bell's lit.
It is. I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time because the only thing
Taco Bell after this.
the only thing I liked about Taco Bell
B-dubs, dog.
was the tacos, right?
Yeah.
I didn't care about the burritos or anything like that. And I prefer Jack in the Box tacos, so I would never get the
You like cat food,
Taco
dog?
Bell one.
The
Actually-
nachos though.
No, I like the cinnamon twists.
Five.
And I like the fucking Pizza Hut pizza. Because the Taco Bell is
That Taco Bell pizza combination.
But no, it's not a big topic, this whole Taco Bell thing, but it's just surprising because I would think like maybe like
I
a
love
Chick-fil-A
Taco Bell,
or
dude.
something because it's chicken based. Maybe that would be the healthiest.
But you gotta
Everyone always
understand-
says Chipotle is healthy, but fuck no, it's not.
No way. I was
It
gonna
can
say you
be.
can't
It
say
can be,
you
but
can't say Chick-fil-A is healthy because I mean you're talking about fried chicken or
Grilled
baked chicken.
Taco
you know?
Bell though.
But with Taco Bell, you're talking about 3 simple ingredients that are reused
Ground
several
beef.
different times for different things.
but beef isn't really healthy.
Grilled
but
chicken.
it's ground beef. It's not like
I don't know.
deep
Some
fried,
steak.
saturated in oils, shit like that. It's
No,
just
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying I didn't expect
Get Rick.
well, I mean,
Taco Bell to be the.
no, I understand why you don't expect it, but if you were to break it down, comparing it to other companies, like a Del Taco would be a good comparison because that's the same company, just a different name. But if you're comparing it to McDonald's, then yeah, Taco Bell's the fucking healthiest motherfucker in the world.
This is healthy compared to This is the
Yeah.
healthiest.
It's 85 calories on average per meal,
And that's
isn't it?
cool. Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't need a Taco Bell, but that was just a little quick tidbit. We'll end with this one though. 'Cause
Okay.
This relates to the Hollyweed. Oh, it doesn't relate to the Hollyweed. This is an article that I saw on Facebook yesterday or maybe the day before. About it's from Teen Vogue. Okay.
Sick.
And the title says marijuana-related illness increases in legalized states. Learn about the symptoms and the causes of cannabinoid.
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 Hypermesis syndrome. Hyperemesis.
What are these
I don't know how to
sicknesses?
fucking pronounce it.
What do they do though?
Okay,
What's,
so what the article's about is, I'm going to read it actually, not the whole article, but I'm going to read it. As various states move towards the legalization of marijuana, doctors are noticing the increase of a particular illness that is associated with regular use of the drug. Emergency rooms have been seeing an influx of patients with the same symptoms: severe abdominal pain and intense vomiting. And this increase is particularly high in certain states that have already legalized the use of marijuana. While some doctors have been perplexed by these symptoms, the disease does have a name: cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome, or CHS. The illness is believed to be caused by regular and long-term use of marijuana. There seems to be a direct correlation between CHS and the states that have allowed marijuana to be passed. One study shows that CHS diagnosis nearly doubled at 2 of Colorado's hospitals since 2009. the same year that it was decided that Colorado needed a state-regulated medical marijuana distribution system. Because I think prior to that, they regulated themselves in terms of like potency. So because of these rise of cases, they're like, we need someone to come in and like make sure that like a pot brownie is this much, whatever, megagrams or milligrams or however it's, you know what I'm trying to say, right? CHS was first identified 10 years ago, but there's still not much known about the illness. Dr. Kenan Hurd explained the most likely cause that people using marijuana frequently and in high doses have changes in the receptors in their body, and those receptors have become dysregulated in some way, and it starts causing pain. Now, there's a reason why I'm reading all of this. One more paragraph and we're done. In terms of treatment, doctors have found that the symptoms of CHS are often relieved with hot showers and baths. The use of a hot bath can also serve as a diagnostic tool for doctors who are looking to identify a patient's illness. Additionally, patients are often given an IV of fluids to help reduce vomiting. However, the only way to cure CHS is to severely reduce the intake of marijuana or stop using altogether. And that's the end of the article. It was published on January 2nd, like I said, on Teen Vogue by D. Elizabeth. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because for once, I'm with Zack, and Zack hasn't said anything yet.
Oh, but you know what I'm
But
thinking.
this is a Tower 7. This is a conspiracy.
I wouldn't say...
I really think that this...
I'm
Here,
with him.
With you.
I think that this article was written... I don't know who owns Teen Vogue. Probably should look it up.
Probably Disney.
But if someone who was on the right, not saying Republican, but just have right thinking ideologies or Christian base where marijuana is looked down upon as like the devil's lettuce, exactly.
It's looked down upon on both sides, brother. It's just a matter of who owns what.
Not as much as on the right.
I know, but you gotta break. You can't polarize it like that, man.
Yes, you can.
It's on both sides that
Yeah,
they're
you
against
can.
it.
It's more so on one side.
It's more so the people who want it to be legalized are the people on the left. For a majority.
So all the pot smokers I know that are rights, they're not
the
left.
majority.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is,
It's the right.
anyway, I'll listen to what you got to say because I'm on your side anyway. But
I think that these people are the anti-marijuana people writing this article because they write an article like this just as legalization is starting to be passed, right?
Fear-mongering.
And either that's going to scare people to not want to legalize it again because now all of these states are getting sick. Oh my God, they're getting sick. They don't even, they're throwing up. Like they're not fucking dying. They're throwing up.
They're not describing why they're smoking.
No, but they're
either.
not dying. They're throwing up.
Yeah.
It's a sickness.
It's a syndrome.
They ate too many Twinkies.
But my point is,
How
no
come they're
one's
not-
dying. It's not like people are writing. When you drink,
The
Yeah.
plague.
And you throw up.
When you drink, when you drink, you're gonna fucking crash into cars. When you drink, you have a chance of killing people. When you drink, you could poison yourself. No one fucking writes articles like that, even
Yeah.
though that's fucking shit happens all the time.
Yep.
They don't write articles about how
You know what also happens a
shouldn't
lot
take
when you
these
drink?
pills because they're fucking gonna kill you because you're gonna become addicted to the opiates, pain pills, whatever, fucking OD or something like that. They don't fucking talk. They don't write articles like that about that for people who are fucking throwing up and shit. And so the reason why I say that is because it's either gonna scare people to not want to legalize it, other people, or it's going to be used as a tactic to regulate even further and have more restrictions. And, you know what? Medical marijuana can be okay, but only if the U.S. government makes it,
And that's my
or
fear.
only if people sanctioned by the U.S. government. And then all of a sudden, if Zack's grow shop, because he's an entrepreneur, he has money in the bank. He can afford the licenses and everything. And Zack's fucking weed shop gets shut down because he's not an approved one. Why shouldn't he be able to make money? It's like,
It's exactly what they did with the tobacco industry once they started making a lot more money with it. What they did was they went with a rich plant, started fucking dyeing it down with all these chemicals and all this bullshit to make it cheaper, make it more affordable for everybody.
But the point is, okay,
Well,
let's
the
take
point is
cigarettes.
they're
Let's take
going to
cigarettes.
start restricting the potency of every
Well, no,
plant.
let's take cigarettes for example.
Yeah.
You can't go out and make your own
Nope.
cigarette company.
Nope.
If you were able to get enough land and you were able to make your own tobacco, you'd have to hire the people to do it, right?
You can't even have a tobacco plant. It's illegal. You know that, right?
No. Well, see, there you go.
ATF, dude.
All right. Well, see there, you can't have a tobacco plant
At all.
Okay. I agree. I'm not
You'll
arguing
get
with you.
sent to jail, bro.
So what I'm saying
Stupid.
is, why is that?
Because they want.
Because they're gonna want to keep making money.
Yeah. That's why
That's
I'm
what
not down with
saying.
legalization.
So no, legalization's good.
No. Like what I mean by legalization
Everything
is
should
because
be
what happens
legalized.
every
It should
time
be
they legalize
legalized
something.
and decriminalized. That's what it should be. I believe that every fucking drug should be legal.
Yes,
Every
yes.
drug.
But
Every
it
drug.
shouldn't be controlled by the
Heroin,
government, brother.
Crack.
Yeah,
No, it should be,
I'm
should
with
be
you on
controlled
that.
by the government.
No. When it comes to weed, though, it's a different story.
What I'm saying is, it needs to be written that it's legal, not written like you. Because if it's not written, then there's a gray area. No, it needs to be just legal. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by controlled by the government.
Yep.
They have to force that, because the way I was raised, and I know not everyone's the same. Not everyone comes from the same background and family and all this shit, but they taught me at school and just in health classes and stuff that you don't really want to do cocaine. You don't really want to like do anything really. Because they teach you the negatives. If you do cocaine, you could do this, or at least for me, super heart rate, and if you take too much, your heart could like beat itself to death.
Or you could fucking floss your nostrils together because you'll be snorting so much you'll create a hole in it.
I mean, there's that.
You know?
They didn't really talk about marijuana being bad, other than like it'll lead you to those are the gateway drugs.
to the heroin.
But the point is, though, I know heroin's not good for me,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not going to do that. It might feel amazing, and I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's the best high in the world, but I'm not going to do it because I know what it does to me. Just like cigarettes, I'm not going to smoke a cigarette ever because I know that it's addictive and it'll kill you. So you learn, it's just like sex ed. You learn how to fucking put a condom on. You learn, and if you choose to not put a condom on and you fucking get a chick pregnant, well, that's your choice, but at least you're made aware of it, right? Because if you don't know and you do it, it's not really your fault. It's the system's fault, right? And so I say all that to say they need to legalize it so you can be instructed about it and you learn about it and all that stuff. If it remains illegal, then you're continue to have the same system it is now where it becomes criminalized. Because if it's legal and you can't have it, then you're just going to throw bad shit at it and say it's bad for you. It can't have medical properties or anything like that. So it needs to be legal. Because I'm sure there's so many drugs out there. I've read articles and about, excuse me, not LSD, but Molly. What's MDMA?
Yeah, what they call MDMA, which is actually just speed or meth or both, mixed with some
Ecstasy.
other shit. Yeah.
Okay. So ecstasy actually can cure PTSD.
Yeah, wasn't there an article?
I've read a lot about it actually, and I've
Just
listened to a
just
few
a single
podcasts.
use.
You're not talking about LSD.
No, it's
'Cause I've read LSD
I
does
saw the
LSD.
headline today. It was
Not
like
LSD.
one single.
Okay.
No,
It's
there was one
ecstasy.
about mushrooms. Like one single use
Well,
of
it's-
mushrooms
okay,
can help
either-
you for like months.
Either it's the same sort of like euphoric sense, and the reason is
Psychedelics.
it's kickstarting your brain. It's basically, I've never taken ecstasy, but from what I hear is you're on a high for however many hours or whatever, and then the next day you're like depleted, like you're fucking out.
Yeah, you're dead.
Well, apparently, and then your body regenerates itself. Apparently, by doing that for PTSD victims, it like drains their system. So these feelings still it sounds fake, but these feelings get pushed out of them by doing these or by doing mushrooms or whatever.
It doesn't sound silly.
No. Well, I'm saying like it's pushing the bad out. That sounds like a magic shit. Like
That's why I
if
do
you smoke weed,
hallucinogens.
it pushes the magic out, bro. Just pushes it out.
Well, that's what a lot of people don't understand.
But I'm saying, is that works, and it's but it's still like because it's not legal. Now all of a sudden it's like, and so it's just the whole system's just fucked up.
Well, what it is, it's just like the same people that have been trying to get LSD from being seen as something good for the past 50 years.
I mean,
the people that are doing this Teen Vogue article are probably the same people that are backing the DEA and shit because they're going to lose a lot of funding if shit just becomes legal all across the country,
I don't know about that, but
Are you serious?
Well, I don't know about that. I can't. I mean, sure, on a grand scale, maybe whoever owns Teen Vogue,
They're involved to an extent. I mean,
maybe,
I'm not
maybe
saying like
maybe they have some
directly,
sort of
but
interest.
indirectly.
No, I get it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't comment that far. That's you'll take it that.
But this
way.
is almost the same shit as what they did back in the day when they
No, I
had the
know.
paper mills trying to ban out the hemp mills because they wanted to make more money making newspaper with regular paper and try to ban hemp
Reefer madness, yes.
from all this shit, dude.
Reefer madness.
We're just running around in circles right now, and all these people are sucking it up, man. It's stupid.
well, it needs to be legal in order to
I know
progress
that.
forward.
But how are you going to make it legal when you got all these fucking fear mongers eating this shit up?
It's the same way. You know, let me put it. Alcohol was illegal at one point
I know that.
in this country.
I know
and
that.
Then people switched it because they needed their fucking drinks, and there was money to be made. Anytime there's money to be made, things will change.
Yeah.
It's just like the fucking.
But see, the thing is, you got
It's
two
just
different.
it's just like the hybrids and the electric cars. When they first came out, no one wanted to make one. The fuck? I'm not gonna make a fucking electric car. These gas cars are good. Now, every fucking car company has a hybrid version. They're not all hybrid. I'm not saying that, but like a Chevy Tahoe has a Tahoe hybrid. You know,
Yeah.
when before there was no way there was gonna be a hybrid. But what happened? The economy went down. People were buying cars that had higher fuel mileage. Then all of a sudden, you know, those are becoming the norm because people like the whatever the. And all of a sudden, once money starts getting pumped into it, then people start investing.
Yeah.
It's not because they care about the environment. Maybe a few of them do.
I think the social movement towards caring about the environment kind of had some influence in that, but it wasn't the whole thing.
No, I didn't say that. It could have been just saving money. You don't need to care about the environment, but if you're saving fucking gas was like $4.50 a gallon when
Yeah.
Bush was president. So if you it doesn't have to be I believe in saving the whales.
But what
or
I'm saying is
reptilicum,
that
by
had
the
a
way.
nice push to the whole
R.I.P. to them.
movement to it. I'm not saying it was solely
No,
responsible for
I
it,
hear what you're saying.
but
But the people ultimately win.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
yeah.
But I'm just saying,
I
the only
get
reason
you.
why I'm talking about this article is because this article, like on the surface, I'm like, oh, let me
It's
learn.
concerning.
Let me
It's
learn
concerning, isn't
about
it?
something about marijuana that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it makes you sick. Oh, okay.
let me hear about
But,
it.
but I read it and then the symptoms they throw up. I mean, who knows why maybe they were so stoned that they ate 15 pizzas in a row and they're fucking so sick.
Here's another thing.
Is that camera still rolling?
Back in high school, when I used to smoke with all my friends, if you smoked too much back then, a lot of my friends would throw up from smoking way too much. That could also be a thing.
But you just have too much smoke in your system.
I'm not sure what causes it, but I mean, I've had buddies of mine just rip one after another, and then just next thing you know, they just chuck it all up. So
Or maybe they're eating too much brownies.
there was no eating involved.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying.
But I
though,
know what you
like,
mean.
It could be anything,
You can't pinpoint it, which is why their vagueness is just so
or it could
amusing.
or it could be exactly what they're saying. But
CHS?
no, it could be real, and maybe it is a real thing. I'm not a doctor. I'm
I'm not either, but
It seems fishy,
yeah.
and it doesn't seem bad. Like the main point, and I already made it, is they're not dying.
Exactly.
If they were vomiting to the point of death,
Like how they
then
would
I-
with alcohol?
then I would be like, no, they don't do it with alcohol, which is the fucking.
No, what I mean is like the
Yeah,
same
no, I know what you're
when
saying,
you
yeah.
drink, you drink, fucking throw up till you die sometimes.
If that were real though, if like people
Yeah.
started dropping from fucking smoking too much weed,
Oh,
I would not. It would become a cocaine
Yeah.
type thing where it's like, no, I'm not gonna risk that. You could fucking die.
yeah.
You're not gonna die after one cigarette,
But you
but
will
you
die.
will die.
Yep.
You know, so it's just that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, I guess.
Yeah.
But
But this is also pushing the agenda of, hey, maybe we should have the government step in and regulate on the potency of strains and edibles and whatnot, right?
I don't have a problem with that. But see, my issue is this. If they come and regulate and say it's like alcohol. What Everclear is like the fucking strongest you can get. Is it like 180 proof, or maybe there's something higher than that?
There's something higher than that, but it's like really illegal. But if you know somebody, you can get it. You know what I mean?
Moonshine.
But that's not what I'm saying though. that's what I'm saying. Well,
They
that's exactly what I'm saying.
regulate the
They
percentage.
regulate the proofs so you don't fucking die.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like if they and then they can sell, and then it's another marketing thing because Jack Daniel's has 100 proof whiskey and then 150 proof version. I don't know that if it's true, but I'm just saying. And then all of a sudden they can charge a little bit more or whatever. But the regulate, and then that's all factored in too, because that means more taxes, which is going to help the government get its fucking dick wet in the equation. But
I don't like balls deep wet.
But regulation, in some way, in my opinion, at least allows for a system, and what I mean by that is like, if you had 15 beers each, you know when you're going to be able to drive again, as opposed to like, I made this beer all whatever, and I don't really know because there's no real regulation. I just made it. Like I just made a shitload of beer, and I just pour it, and maybe this batch of Zack's beer is a fucking 6% alcohol or whatever, however the numbers are, and the next batch is a 15 one, but it's still the same. It's not like your super punch. It's like fucking regular. Then all of a sudden, people are maybe normally they can have a 12-pack of Zack's beer, and then they have a 12-pack of Zack's beer where you accidentally fucking made it a little bit too strong, and then they die.
Yeah, I know
They
what you mean.
can't handle it. But it becomes regulated, then all of a sudden it's okay. A beer needs to be 4% alcohol, or you know what I'm trying to say.
I know, but see, the thing is, I understand that with edibles and concentrates, because concentrates and edibles are a different fucking story as strains. Because with the plant, you can't fucking make that thing super fucking make you so fucking high you're gonna die. But an edible and a concentrate, don't necessarily kill you, but I know that it's fucking harmful as shit to you. Because I've heard of people just freaking the shit out, having bad trips, and
you're not gonna die,
but you're gonna feel like you're gonna die. So like that's what I'm saying. Like regulation on that would be cool, but if they step further into it, it's just not gonna make.
Everyone's had that experience.
I haven't. On acid, I've had that experience, but not on weed, on edibles.
You thought you were gonna die? Talk
on acid? Oh shit, dude. First time I did acid, I was over at my house and
scoot in, Zach.
Sorry, I was over at my house where I live.
Scoot the chair in.
Oh god. Yeah, I was at my house and in my backyard, and I'd been drinking like all night.
How old were you?
This was
last week.
Like last year. So I was 23.
All right, so you're smoking in your backyard.
Nah, dude, I was drinking, smoking, and my buddy came over with some drops of acid, and he's like, "Hey, can I drop this shit in your beer?" And I was like, "Yeah, send it." And next thing you know, I'm sitting in my backyard, dude. My neighbor's apartment building, it had a face, and it was just fucking breathing.
Did it really have a face?
Yeah.
I always wonder that, because like that's one
and
of the
what I
things
mean
that
by a
appeals
face
to me.
isn't like a face like us. What I mean is like you were able to make shapes with the windows and the fucking chimneys and like shit like that, and it would fucking breathe.
Talking to you?
Yeah, dude.
So it looks like
it looks it
like
doesn't
an
look,
Alice in Wonderland type of psychedelic. Like it really
yes,
looked like that.
Yes. It didn't really look like a face, but it had the same characteristics
and
as
you
a
felt
face.
like it was a face.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? This is a demon or something?
No, this is just somebody that was just fucking breathing. And then next thing you know, I'm looking at my whole yard, and I have all these plants, and it's the middle of the night, 2 a.m.
You're not with I thought you were with your friend.
No, it's 2 a.m. in my backyard. My buddy fucking.
So he
fell
dropped
asleep.
acid and laughed.
He dropped me some acid
ya.
and said, "Hey, well, I wanted it. I didn't say, oh, don't do that to me. I didn't get drugged or anything, but I ended up having my whole backyard turn into a red haze, like a red tint throughout my whole view for the next 6 hours. So I was out in my yard and I was looking at green grass, but it was red. I was looking at my fucking garage door and it was red. And everything was just...
You couldn't sleep?
Well, I was sitting outside after all this tripping, and I started hearing noises coming from around my house. So I thought it like,
Oh, I know Zach. I know when Zach's not fucking high or anything, and he hears noises, he checks it out. Like that's why Zach would have a gun, because Zach would be that guy who's like, oh, someone on my door. He'd fucking be looking out. For
but
trouble.
I wouldn't be trigger ready.
I'm just saying.
But I know what you mean. I'm ready to go.
That's how you are.
So I thought that I had, at the time, because I was high as shit, I thought I was fucking getting invaded by like an alien or some shit. So I went up in my room, man.
Snickers.
And
bro.
I laid in my room for like 6 hours just
Don't be
tripping
faggot.
out, man. I've done acid 3 times since then, and I'm going to do it again soon. I just did DMT the other night.
How's that?
Man, I still can't get a grasp on that shit.
Did you feel like you discovered the meaning of life?
No. See, like, that's funny, but no. But the last time I did it, about 2 weeks ago, I was sitting in my living room.
Give me some Snickers.
And
just a small piece, just a little bit.
Fuck you.
Okay, you're sitting in your living room.
Sitting in my living room, and I'm laying back as I fucking rip this shit. And what it does is it shuts your whole body down to where you're just in a different fucking state of mind. It's really interesting because what I saw was not my fucking living room, man. I saw like a fucking blackness in my whole room, and I saw this figure just come over me with like a towel or like, you know, some shit to cover my fucking senses. No, nothing. No. See, stop being fucking weird about it. I'm being serious.
Well, you said a towel to cover you.
Well, like a fucking, you know, like a drape or some
Chloroform.
shit. So.
It was Bill Cosby.
Gilmore Girl.
You fuckers. God damn it.
Cosby chloroform.
Swiggity,
All right.
swiggity. Okay, good.
That's all funny. That's all funny and shit.
Popping the pudding. I can't do a good Bill Cosby. All right. So a figure came over you.
Figure came over me, right? To fucking.
Like
just,
he came over your head.
It was death himself.
He came over you. Zach, don't move. I'm gonna come over.
Dude,
No, this isn't Dean G.
it's
Nut,
gonna make
bro.
it weird, dude.
This isn't Daniel Gian Nut.
Gian,
All right.
Gian can't even.
All right. So okay. Sorry.
So
I'm
this.
being a kid.
It was fucking the most trippy shit I've ever seen, man. This person just comes up to me, just
Well, you got some on your chin.
Always has to make it weird. You always take it too
am
far.
I gonna keep
Put it-
fucking saying the same sentence 4 times, or what the fuck's going on, guys?
Just say
Jesus
it. I'm not
Christ!
gonna interrupt you again. I promise.
Come on.
Weirdo.
So this fucking figure just comes up to me and then just covers all my senses. You know, I can't see, I can't hear, I can't breathe, I can't do
cannot
anything.
see.
And
I'm legally blind.
and I'm talking about
Better
within
than-
a couple seconds. Jesus fucking Christ. Give me a fucking beer real quick.
I'm
Fucking
listening, bro.
Jesus. Fuck you, cocks.
Listening.
You guys are
Why are
so
you getting all
fucking
mad?
gay, dude.
Why are you getting butthurt?
I'm not getting butthurt. It's just like I listen to you guys fucking talk for hours. I don't say shit. And the second I have a goddamn story that's interesting, you guys sit there and fucking make some cuck jokes.
All his
Jesus
senses went away. Go ahead. I
Christ,
want to hear the
bro.
rest. I'm interested, bro.
Yeah, but see, you guys don't understand like hallucinogens. That's why. Like you guys are sitting here making a joke about it. I'm trying to be fucking serious.
Dude, all his he couldn't see. Go ahead.
You couldn't. You had no senses.
Okay, look.
You had
So you're
no
sitting
senses.
there and you're fucking hallucinating. You're listening to music. You're not even in fucking Earth anymore. That's what I'm
You're
saying.
in another dimension.
Yeah, you're in another universe. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm sitting there and this
What did it look
This
like?
map.
Describe it to me.
like a woman, like just an angel. Like it's so weird. It's
So
always
you
a female.
teleported to a woman.
No, I'm saying
the person with
a
the
being
towel?
was in my fucking living room. If you were fucking listening.
It was a woman.
Maybe it was Echo, like
I thought
putting
it was
a blanket
I
over
thought it was a.
because you were
I thought you
cold.
said it was a dark. I thought you said it was a
I'm just sitting there
saw
falling
a
asleep.
dark
I'm like shaking. She's like, he's cold.
It's actually you on a fucking trip,
But
and that's the figure you saw, and you're all getting all fucking mythical about
What
it.
if
And
it
it's
was
just,
you?
oh,
He covered himself.
what if it was you?
It was a.
We can't assume its gender. We can't assume this figure's gender.
yeah, dude. What are you fucking sis?
It could have been a Zer or
Yeah,
something.
maybe it was a Zim. Or
Okay,
a
go
Zer.
ahead. You were in
Anyway.
this. You were in this
Yeah.
alternate reality or other dimension,
yeah.
and then you saw a woman.
And she just puts like, you know, like
Yeah, we'll
let's
get
call
that
it a
part.
fucking blanket or some shit, right?
Okay.
She unveils it within a few seconds, and out of my peripherals into my center vision or whatever the fuck you want to
Two
call
dicks.
it. No, dude, like
I get.
I'm
that
sitting against the wall here on my couch.
And then two dicks came.
From my peripherals.
Dick slapped you.
No, dude,
Part. He always
my
says
living
weird
room.
shit, dude.
God damn it, guys.
Two things came out of the wall. I'm listening.
No, there's no two things that came on my fucking wall.
You're
What are you
making
talking
this
about?
movement as if two
I'm
things.
saying I'm sitting against the wall here. I'm on my couch. Out of my peripherals, as that veil or what the fuck you want to call it comes off, my living room isn't my fucking living room. I'm in a different fucking universe, dude. Like I'm in the
So you
middle of
went to
nowhere.
two different universes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like it was the trippiest shit.
She put the towel on you,
And then-
and you were
and
in
then-
another
It
universe.
was like VR.
No. See, that's
Oh.
what I'm fucking saying. Stop
It
interrupting
was
me,
like
you
a
cocks. Jesus
like a
fucking
matador.
Christ.
Zach's getting mad. Listen, look at Gian. Just look at his face and smile. Just Usaba or whatever.
Goose,
Usbab-
it's Goose Raba.
Goose Bravo.
It's Goose Raba.
Okay, go ahead.
So, anyway, she takes this shit off. God damn it.
Sitting on your lap. Look at this dude.
Fuck off. I'm done now.
Look at this
Don't
dude
tell me
right
that's not funny.
It's funny as shit. But you had the last 2.5 hours to
Okay,
do
guys,
shit like this
who
all
has-
fucking show, man.
Who wore it
For
better?
fuck's sake.
Who has the better hat?
Oh, I
Vote on Twitter.
think Daniel's got the better hat, dude.
Who told you?
Because
See, told
fedoras
you.
are for faggots.
Well, that is also Daniel's hat. So he
Yeah,
was
no,
wearing
no,
it
it is my
before.
But still,
He was wearing it
fuck
before.
Okay,
that.
so you're in another dimension. Describe this other dimension. Continue the story. We're gonna let you finish it.
So as the shit just gets uncovered, because I mean, like I said, I've talked to a lot of people who've done DMT, and they have different trips where like a chick just fucking takes them into
Okay,
fucking
but what did
space.
you gain from it though? Like,
What I gained?
What's the point?
Like the whole point is just to kind of
That there's another world out there.
just keep you grounded. It's not something that make you like think that.
So why do you want to be cremated then? If there's another world.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
Why are you humming, bitch?
I can show you the world.
oh my god, that's a good one.
I didn't get it, but
The Aladdin
it's funny.
joke.
I don't.
He's saying that
movie.
the genie was actually the
whatever.
person in my fucking
Let's do it.
hallucination.
We should address the Ghostbusters ghost. By the way, it just fucking came like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah,
Just slid
it's been
through.
in the slide, dude.
It's an authentic one. Yeah, I bought it at Goodwill, and I was actually gonna give it to Aaron before he and then he said he was leaving. I'm like,
It's mine now.
I'm not gonna fucking give it to him. I'm gonna sell it on eBay. I
I'm
never
keeping
sold
it.
it. It's not yours. It's $20, bitch.
The purpose of a hallucinogen is to help you realize that you don't have one path. You can make your own path. Like you don't have to be stuck in
Can
the
you,
life that
though?
you have. Yeah, you can.
What about it? What if it's already predetermined though?
There's no predetermination, brother.
How do you know?
You don't
Look
know
at
that.
my life.
How do you
man.
know?
You don't know.
You feel maybe the
Okay.
whole point was that you think that you have your decision, but it's already made before you because you can't think beyond the level of thinking that you think at.
Yeah.
Why are you making excuses for yourself, man?
I'm not making an excuse.
That's
I'm,
an
I'm not
excuse, man.
saying
You
I
don't know
believe that
for sure,
I
and-
believe that I can do whatever I want, but you don't.
No. I'm
People
not
always
saying
say,
you can.
people say, "Oh, I can reach over this table right now, Zack, and kill you." It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but
But maybe the fact that me saying that I could jump over this table right now, maybe that was already decided that I would say it at exactly the time that I would say it. That it was already written.
It is possible.
You don't know.
I get that. But that's
If
not
you
what
if you believe in God, I'm not saying you do, but if you believe in God, you believe God is power. That's why I got into so I took one philosophy class at El Camino, and it was a great class. But what I fucking hated about it, or actually what I learned about it, and then I'll tell you what I hated about it. What I learned about was people look at God as like a figure, whether or not it's like the guy with the beard or like some spirit that can fucking control everything or whatever. They look at him, they look at him or her
or
with-
Zim or Zer.
with a human outlook, because we can only think to a certain extent, right? We can't imagine infinity. We can imagine something going on forever, but we can't really see what infinity looks like because our minds can't register that. Our minds can't register a fucking boulder. We don't even look at Earth as a boulder, even though that's what it is. We have to look at it as a planet. You know what I mean? Even though all it is a rock.
Yeah. It's a rock
So-
spinning in space.
I say all this to say that in this philosophy class, she would teach that don't look at God as God, like a figure. Look at him. If you're going to argue that God exists, and what people would do is, well, God exists because I know that I love my mother, and love is like something that doesn't come from nature. It's someone created love. That's how. Or look at the mountains, look at the ocean, and look at the sky and the birds, and how the fact that we're here, like someone created us. Something loves us. Something's out there. There's some ultimate being, right? But she would always say, well, how can God love? Because if God is an omnipotent being, an omniscient being, that means they transcend emotions. That means that they can't attribute emotions because the thought and idea of an emotion is a human thing. What's love? Define love. I'm asking.
Oh shit, dude, I can't do that.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Tell me. I know you know. What is love?
What is love?
Yeah.
I don't know.
To you, what is love?
A meme.
It's too
I'm
deep
not
right
asking.
now.
No, answer the question.
Going
What is
deep
love?
sea fishing right now. I don't know. I don't know exactly, but I know what it is, but I don't know how to put it into words.
When you're around someone you love, what do you feel?
A boner.
Affection or caring, compassion. I don't know.
But you feel it though, right?
Yeah, it's a feeling.
Okay.
Serotonin.
But it's something that we feel as human beings, right? So if I said, Carlos, I really love Zack, you're gonna know what that means, right?
Okay.
I was gonna say weird shit.
So, but God transcends that because you're omniscient, which means you're transcendent. You're beyond all thought, which means if you believe that God cannot love, because loving is something that we do right now.
Well, how do you know that?
Because that's the definition of fucking omniscient, being an omnipotent being. You're transcendent. You transcend all thought, and
Well, how do we know
because
he
we
is
cannot,
omniscient?
we cannot transcend. That's the whole point. We're not omnipotent beings. We cannot see ourselves on that scale. Transcend all thought as we know it collectively.
Wait till you
And that
try
means
it.
as long as as things continue to be discovered more and more and more and more and more, we still wouldn't know because we still didn't become transcendent. But that's why people say that, well, that's not true because inevitably we're gonna merge with fucking with science and we're gonna become synthetic beings, right? And then eventually androids are going to exist and androids are going to improve themselves because they're computers, and every 18 months they're going to improve themselves, and it's going to become exponential, and all of a sudden that they might unlock the secrets of the universe because they're going to know so much. And that's why there's a movie, I forgot what it's called, Michael Aliota showed it to me when I was young. I think it's called like Transcendent Man or something like that, and he believes in the I forgot what it's called, but it's like it's a point in which this is going to happen where humans and android
It's called what is it called?
Something
Effect. God, what is it called?
You know what I'm talking about. And basically,
Butterfly effect.
no, it's not butterfly.
I know.
And the way this continues to build over time, it gets to the point where planets become
I worked on this
Singularity.
Singularity effect.
it's a singularity, and that's when the moment when everything's going to stem from here, and it's coming up, according to this guy. I forgot what his name is. I think the movie's called Transcendent Man. Where these planets become
When humans transcend biology.
right and become androids and synthetics, and they basically and this is what I'm saying. It leads to the point where whole planets are just computers.
Oh shit.
And we're all connected together as one thing because we've become this whole. That's what he believes. Eventually, is going to happen.
This is Ray Kurzweil.
There you go. That's his name.
Raymond Kurzweil.
What's the movie called?
The Singularity is Near.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's the book. I don't know about the movie.
It was a doc. I watched it, but I'm not saying I believe that. But omniscient is beyond that thought. That's still above that because it transcends that. That's what's so fuck. It's like infinity. It's trying to think of infinity. You just can't do it. You just can't think of infinity.
The documentary is just called The Singularity.
Oh, okay.
It's
a good one.
2012.
You should check it out. It's just like when people say, think of all the sand in the world. Well, there's like infinity times more galaxies in the universe than there are pieces of sand. And you're like, you can't even comprehend that. Because you think of like every little piece of sand like this, and you're like, what? That's one galaxy? And there's infinity more than that? You can't think of that. So in this philosophy class, she would try her best to make sure people to let people think outside the realm of like God's a figure, God can love. And she made you question, well, can God love? Or is it just humans loving each other and that's it? Does that mean God doesn't exist? If you believe that humans just love each other, does that mean God exists? Because how could God put love in us if he doesn't feel love? I don't know. Or maybe he knows what love is and that's how he puts us in and we're just trying to get to the best form of it and that's what life's all about. That's another philosopher.
Yeah.
Plato believed that. The forms. And it's just this... It becomes crazy, right? All this talk we're doing about... What I hated about that class, by the way, is she would make us have our own point, right? And we would defend them. But if they didn't align with her, they were wrong. And every
This
time...
is like pre-SJW or what?
Oh, no. Not like that.
I'm
Nothing like
fucking
that
with
at
you,
all. It's just... if it wasn't what she wanted, then it wasn't 100% right. And I remember talking to her. I don't remember what... And it wasn't a big conversation or anything. It was just like, well, because it was the only class in which I got a B plus in my whole fucking junior college career. I had A's, everything else. It was the only class that wasn't an A. And
Well, it's because she was a woman. You couldn't suck her dick, dude.
well,
I'm fucking with
to
you.
be fair, she was very butch. She may have had an oversized clit,
Hey.
which could be a dick. To be fair,
Should have tried, brother.
to be fair.
Sam is into that.
But what I'm saying is, I talked to her. I said, how come you're so strict on like us coming up with our own opinions, and like you don't really borrow too heavily on a philosopher? Like, really find your own opinion. Why do you say that? Why do you want us to be like that? But then when we have our points and then we defend them, we get marked down on them because it's kind of an oxymoron. This is why I only took one philosophy class, because I said to myself, I'm having a lot of fun talking, because that's all it is. It's just talking. That's what I fucking do. All I do is talk. But if you're going to have, if you have a wrong opinion, quote unquote, but you really believe it, right? Yeah. So I was just like, there has to be a way to grade it.
That's why she did that.
And I know exactly. And that turned me off, because it was like, oh wait, I'm actually getting like judged on this shit, even though you want me to have my own opinion.
Because there's no way to.
Because there really isn't.
There's no standard.
And that's me being philosophical too. It's like, if I really believe this, then I'm not wrong. Especially if our debate is about like answering philosophical
then everyone
questions.
Will just get an A.
Right. As long as you participate. But I'm just saying though, like, obviously I knew it was a class, but when I realized like how much of a class it was, and how like my thoughts were a little bit limited because I couldn't really like express myself fully and then get a good grade. All of a sudden you have to write to this curriculum. I just said, nah, that's not for me. It's good for me.
Yeah, that's why I left Algebra 10, brother.
90 more to go.
It was at that moment you realized.
But
was like,
so how did? Yeah, like
it's lit.
Well, no, you were talking about your.
Well,
about you,
my
Carlos?
experience with hallucinogens have really kind of just
mellowed you out
a lot, dude. I mean, you remember how I used to be.
The same.
No, I'm.
No, he's
crazy,
a Hollywood
dude.
expert now.
Oh, dude, I'm all about the fucking aliens, dude. This fucking Area 51.
Joe's staging company.
With the one van.
No, you seem. This is gonna sound rude, but
he's libertarian, bro.
The drugs have made you dumber, Zach. I'm sorry. Sorry to report.
It's all gravy, dude.
I'm a lot happier. It's killed the logic in your brain. Now you're a Tower 7 guy.
It's all gravy.
You weren't a Tower 7 guy. Now you're a Tower 7.
Oh, because I'm not part of your guys' agenda.
Our class.
I'm a Tower 7 guy.
See?
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm not a Clinton supporter, fellas.
See? What, do you want to talk about Clinton?
No.
You want to talk about how there was a report today saying that Obama's final tally for job creation from the moment he took office to what he left at, the overall the final tally was 11.1 million jobs. That's how many he created.
How many
under his administration?
Yeah, but how many of those sustained? How many of those jobs are still around?
The unemployment rate is below 5%. So I don't know if all of them did, but enough to keep the unemployment rate below 5%.
Cool.
Here's why it came into the news. I read 2 articles. This is actually something I want to talk with Gian about, but it's okay. One article was published by CNN, okay, which is centered left leaning, and their article was praising Obama as doing a good job. Like, hey, he did better than Bush because Bush only created 2 million, but not as good as Reagan because Reagan created 18 million when he left, and then 16 million, and then Obama did 22. Bill Clinton did 22 million. Okay, so the article was just saying he's not a Clinton, but he's not a Bush. Then I read the Fox News article. Same content, same piece of information. And the whole fucking article was about how he wasn't Reagan. Didn't mention Bush, didn't mention Clinton.
Wow.
That he was just 5 million less than Ronald Reagan. And I was like, this is an example of skewed media because the facts are that the guy who created the most jobs was a Democrat. And Fox News didn't mention that. They're stuck on the Ronald Reagan thing. Ronald Reagan didn't come out of the Depression. We came out of the second depression with Obama, and Obama still created 11 million jobs and took the unemployment rate below 5%. Something that, Mitt Romney wanted to do in like 16 years or something. His goal was like, it was beyond the presidency, and he got it way before that. Obama did. So it's always been hypocritical to me to like when people say like, there's no job. Blah, blah, blah. No, there's work. Maybe not in your field. Maybe not what you want to do specifically, but there's work.
Yeah.
There's work to be had. And you of all people know that because you work more jobs than, I don't even know.
I've had over 10 jobs in the last 7, 6, 8 years.
So, but the point is,
and each job has been a different thing.
My point is people want the Republicans and the people on the right, they want their presidents like Reagan. Right? Because Reagan created a lot of jobs. Reagan did all this, right? But no one wants a Bill Clinton president, even though Bill Clinton created.
As far as I know,
Bill Clinton created.
I don't think a lot of
22
people
million
have
jobs.
a lot of people. I don't know any people who have problems with Bill Clinton.
There's a lot of people who don't like, and it's because of his sex scandal.
Well, that's bullshit. That has nothing to do with his political fucking agenda.
I know it doesn't.
So
But it's something
why
to
would they
leech on.
sensationalize that?
It's something to leech on.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
not.
I'm saying.
He's not a whole. Oh, I know. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's like saying like, oh, fucking
But he should be
Trump's
he should be the role
Trump's
model.
a sexist because he grabs bitches by the pussy.
He should be the role model because he left his 8 years with the biggest surplus I think the country ever had.
And a sick ass saxophone solo.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
He's
give you
a
that.
sax
No, I shit was sick.
R.I.P.
But
R.I.P. George Michael.
Yep.
oh yeah, that guy died too.
So I don't know
Wham.
how we got onto jobs,
Yeah, I don't know how that happened either.
but
I didn't say
something
anything
popped up
about
with jobs. I don't know. But anyway,
Oh yeah, we were talking about fucking how you think I'm even crazier now that I'm on drugs.
that was just a joke.
Okay,
You're the
Damn,
same
bro.
Zach to me.
Damn.
that's fine,
You're the
dude.
same, Zach.
That's fine.
Savage.
I feel a whole lot better than I was
Have you
4 years
tripped?
ago, man.
On pot brownies or anything? Edibles? Ate too much?
No, I never done like anything like besides
Oh, you're
weed.
straight edge.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Never
edge.
done anything.
Look at the X's, bro.
Never done anything at all.
Where's your X tattoos,
I've
bro?
never masturbated. I've never
I
had one impure thought.
I never said that.
I don't drink caffeine. Oh wait, you're not Mormon.
I've never like ate too much. Like
You're only
edible.
saying that because your family's watching.
No, they're not.
I've never ate too much.
I didn't eat too much, but
Well, I don't know what's too much. You just
Too much of a brownie?
no,
No,
the first time.
like you. Of course, I've had bad trips.
Well,
Bad
the
trips
first
suck.
time I tripped, and it was that's what I'm asking.
Daniel,
Bad
Well, what's a
trip.
bad trip to you
Daniel,
guys? That's
one
what I'm
thing.
asking too.
Well, I can tell you
because
what
everybody
was-
trips
I
differently.
can tell you what was
bad
mine.
trip is when it doesn't feel good.
For me,
No, shit.
gonna
But I'm
tell
asking what
you.
your bad trip
I'm
was,
going
man.
to tell you.
Yeah, everybody knows a bad trip's
Well,
bad.
if you let me finish, shoot.
Well,
Well,
Daniel,
shit, dog.
say-
Like fucking
Shoot.
send that shit.
So I went out to watch America's Got Talent,
Yeah.
and I had one. It was the bar, the chocolate bar.
The Kiva?
Chocolate bar.
Was it a Kiva bar?
I don't know. I really don't. Honestly, genuinely,
Okay,
I don't
sorry.
know.
Hershey's.
Sorry.
And I had half of one square, so like half of what one person's supposed to take.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a Kiva bar.
had that,
Sure.
and then an hour went by, and I don't think I'd ever been high at this point, and so I started to feel a little tingle. I'm like, oh, this is it. This is like what it feels like. It was like you could start to feel like that pulsating, like feeling throughout your
Like
body.
your first
right?
boner.
So I'm
First
feeling this.
I
and
passed out after mine.
It was like time to re-up. Okay. So me thinking like, oh, this is cool. Like it's gonna start wearing off. I had the other half.
Oh, shit.
So that one took even longer to kick in, as I thought in my mind, because when it was over, just before it was over, I re-upped one more time.
So you're in the third half.
Third half. So
Okay.
1.5. By the time the third one kicked in reality, the first one was just really kicking in.
So you were just like on
So,
a
no.
rollover.
Yes.
Of
I
death.
snowballed. And so what happened was
Fucked up. It was. At
I
this
was like,
moment.
oh wow, I'm pretty lit. I'm pretty lit.
Yeah.
on after the third re-up, right? And as I'm driving home, the second one hits. Because I was like, I remember thinking I was fucking speeding and I was going like 55. I thought I was good. I was good. Everything was good. Dropped him off, came back home, third one hit. No, at that point I was like, I want to go outside. I want to go run. Like,
Oh, okay.
Want,
So
like,
the opposite.
I want to go run.
Good,
That's
Daniel,
chill,
running.
man. That's chill.
No, I'm serious. I wanted to go
Impossible to use
outside
those
and
two words
run
in a
and
sentence.
walk and like I felt like, but the thing was, it was all in my mind. I was like this,
But in your head, you're just
and
like, I'm
then
gonna do this. I'm
and
gonna
then
do
it
that.
transitioned to like, what really was freaking, and I was panicked, and I did panic. Was I could not stop thinking about the fact that I could not stop thinking about the fact that I could not stop. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
why
snap.
can't I stop thinking about the fact that I can't stop thinking about the stuff that I'm thinking about? Like all of a sudden I just start thinking of that thought
Dude.
over and over and over again, and I'm like, fuck, stop thinking. Like I couldn't, and
Hey.
I couldn't jerk off, couldn't do anything because I was just like this. Like my mind is what was going,
Slump.
but I was like,
He was slumped.
and then the next thing I remember is I woke up the next morning. I guess I passed out, not like in a bad way, but I just knocked myself out somehow. It's the best sleep I've ever had in my life. And that shit, fucking, the dump I took, reeked.
Atta girl.
It reeked.
Hell yeah.
That was that first time. Actually, every time I've had an edible, I have had
Pearl
a bad
Harbor.
Because the second, the second one was a gummy bear, and I thought
Those are the trickiest ones.
Well, see, I thought
'Cause you
it's a
never
fucking
know.
gummy bear.
No,
Like
you think.
Well, I know, and I had the whole gummy bear, and I was dead.
He bit one ear. He was lit.
I was R.I.P.
Nah,
I
dog,
was
he bit
done.
that teddy bear's dick.
I was done. That was it, and I told myself
Just
never
the
again.
head.
You know those bars you're talking about that have like, it's like a square, but it has like a diagonal line that you can cut in half? Is that what we're talking about? Or
I
was it
don't
different?
remember. This was literally like
He really wants
2
to know,
years
man.
ago.
What was it?
I probably
was the brand?
No, it was a square, and then they broke it in half
Yeah.
themselves. No, it wasn't
Oh, okay,
perforated.
okay.
They broke
Okay. All right, because I was going to say, because there's a chocolate bar called the Kiva bar that I used to fucking
Maybe
take
that's
all the
maybe
time.
it's the same thing.
It's
I don't know.
180 milligrams per fucking
Nah, it wasn't
per
that
bar,
much.
but it's split into like
All I know
four.
is it wasn't fun.
All I'm telling you is I took one whole one
The
once.
first time I smoked weed,
Whatever.
I was at my fraternity retreat.
Oh shit! And you.
What'd
No,
you do?
no, no, no,
What'd you
no.
do?
Okay, so I was with I don't think either of you know Alex Deal. He was
Sounds
on Best
sketchy.
for Morons. He's fucking great. I do sound for his project. He's on Magic Funhouse. I don't know if you heard of it. It's a new show that was on whoever owned Cartoon Cartoon Network used to own this company, and I guess they don't anymore.
Not
I forget what it is. Anyway, it's on a TV show.
Oh,
He-
Tsunami.
No. It was Adult Swim. There you go.
They
Adult
still
Swim.
own them.
No, Adult Swim owned this company that produced.
Oh.
Or no, Magic Funhouse used to be on Adult Swim, and then they broke off or
Okay,
something like that.
okay.
I forget.
Okay.
Anyway, Alex is great. And so me, Alex, and I think one of my other friends, I don't know, we just went out, and I never smoked before, and I was like, fuck it, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Show me. And they showed me, and they lit it for me and everything. And okay, like I didn't really get anything. So I thought, right? And the reason why I say this is because we were outside on the porch, and the retreat for the fraternity was like at a getaway, like resort type thing. So it was like a 3-story building, like, well, I think it was 2 stories actually, but there was like a theater room, a fucking basketball court, tennis courts. It was a huge like resort, like a fucking $40 million home, right?
Yeah.
And the retreat was there where we're just partying and shit. Well, we had activities and then we partied. Anyway, so as I'm coming in from the balcony, I see a pledge. I'm not going to say names. See a pledge, like passed out.
Yeah, let's call him.
Or no, I forgot one detail. When I was going out, I saw one of the pledges was pretty drunk. And that's when I smoked for like 15, 20 minutes. And then when I came back in, that person was passed out. Like on someone else's sleeping bag, which is actually pretty funny. Because this person basically came late and didn't get a bed or anything. And so they had to sleep on the floor. And then their spot got stolen out of the whole house. The person passed out on that person's sleeping bag. I'm not gonna say names, but it was pretty funny.
Say it,
No, I'm not.
Let's just say Jay.
So
Gian.
as I go down to the theater, because my couch was in the theater, the person was up, and I could hear them like dry heaving, and I wasn't stoned yet, right? So I go in there, or I go back upstairs and look, and she's like laying on her back, dry heaving. Now I don't know she's dry heaving. I just know she's making the motion she's gonna throw up. So I get one of my other friends who wasn't high, and I like push her to the side, I think, if I remember correctly, or maybe he did, and I went to go get the safety watch, because there's always at a fraternity party, there's always like one or two people who don't drink, don't do anything, just in case something goes down, someone's sober, right?
Yeah.
Because you never know. And I think I went to get them. I don't remember. All I know is we got them because we didn't know what was gonna happen. I was tired. It was late as fuck. And we wanted to make sure she didn't fucking throw up and die, right? And I remember like fucking, then it kicked in. It really kicked in at that point. And I started getting paranoid because I'm thinking like, oh, what if she's going to die? Like all this shit. And I'm here and it's just fucking nagging at me. And after they fixed it and they rolled it to her side or whatever, I went back down to the couch and then my head was just like pulsating. And I'm like, oh, this is what it's like to be high. And then I woke up fine the next day.
Isn't that the best about weed?
Yeah.
You don't get hangovers, man.
You're just like, yeah, whatever. Okay, cool.
Like, oh, that was a sick dream, bro.
But if you do it too much, Zach, you might throw up.
Kills your brain cells.
You might.
One guy I heard he smoked 2 marijuanas and now he's gay.
Now he's gay.
Forever.
Is that a
Wait,
weed?
I thought you could change that back. I thought they put you in a cabin for over the weekend with 3 priests or some shit. Yeah.
And they all rape you.
Yeah. That's what I was going with.
If you don't want to be raped ever again by this priest dick, you're gonna love women.
Tell me you love Jesus.
Squeal! Squeal like a pig! Squeal! No, you didn't see that South Park?
That was a good one.
No,
I don't understand your pop culture.
It was the
George Lucas.
yeah.
George
in
Lucas.
Indiana Jones.
George Lucas. Did he rape Harrison Ford? Or he made Spielberg rape Harrison Ford?
Some shit like
an
that.
episode like a few days ago where they
That's
said
what it was.
shit on TV.
Have
Have you ever seen that?
and the dragon comes.
Wait, this is the brand new episode?
I don't know. Maybe it was a brand.
Where they said shit a million, like a bunch of. There's a counter clock.
They
at the
were
bottom.
all gonna like shit became
Yeah, I think
acceptable.
a dragon comes.
I didn't remember that.
Oh, that was back
was an
a
old one.
few years ago,
But-
wasn't it?
But what I'm talking about is, so you know how Star Wars, George Lucas he re-released it and changed all his fucking. So
Special edition.
exactly, and the whole episode was about like the new re-released version and all this shit, and they're all excited. But long story short, it's bad. So the gang goes to George Lucas's house to tell him like you need to stop changing Star Wars. You're ruining it. And I think they walk in on George Lucas whipping Steven Spielberg as Steven Spielberg is like ass fucking Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
And George Lucas is telling him to squeal like a pig. Squeal! Squeal like a pig! Squeal! And then Harrison
Just
Ford
some
would
shit
squeal.
like that.
Something like that. I might be telling it completely wrong, but
I think what it was a power play over the kids because he was like, "You think you can change my mind?" Like
it was like some Deliverance, like hillbilly shit.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny though. I remember it, so obviously it was some sort of powerful.
Daniel would remember that.
But
that was a good scene.
Zach remembers it. Zach,
Dude,
are you gay?
Fuck yeah, dude.
See, that's why he knows.
Yeah, that's why I got a girlfriend. Cover it up.
So, dude.
Soda.
So, oh wait, I already have a hat on. I'm stupid. Fail.
That's his hat.
I saw it.
This is Gian's hat. It's Gian's.
Gian.
It has the tag on it still.
Marshalls.
Let's do another shot of vodka before we cap this guy. Yeah.
No.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think I'm gonna talk for another minute because I wanted to go to past 3 hours.
This is a 3-hour podcast.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's our
Let's
longest
do some Joe
podcast to
Rogan
date.
shit, dog.
What the
Go
fuck
for
did we
4
talk about?
hours, 5 hours.
One more. What's the next?
I'll fucking keep talking.
I'll keep talking all
Whatever.
day, dude.
I'm good.
I'll go.
I don't know
So
what
what,
time it is though. What time is it?
It's only 12:30.
It's 1 in the morning.
I got work.
It's 12:55.
I got work in the morning too, dude.
Dude, it's Saturday.
I gotta go. I gotta be up on set.
I gotta be up on set
What are you
too.
guys doing this weekend? Set.
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. All I know is I'm working the next 2 days.
All I'm doing is tidying up a
But I
place.
love the people I'm working with. They're
Yeah.
fucking great.
When's the next cast?
I don't know. Oh, let's talk. Okay, let's talk about. I know what we're gonna talk about
The return of Gian.
the return of Gian. Yeah.
Oh,
and
shit.
what's to come.
Gian strikes back.
And I was thinking about this. Maybe we could just brainstorm. Maybe people who are listening maybe have ideas. If you've survived 3 hours,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think
I don't
so.
know who's left after that. Hold on. One second.
What?
Is there? Do you see a Sharpie? There was a Sharpie here.
No.
No.
There was though.
Revenge of the Gian.
Zach, right there. See where the scissors are? There's an orange like marker.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This guy?
Oh no, nothing. I'm gonna write something
Sure, you don't want a
for
pen?
YouTubers, but
You don't want a
For
pen?
not for
YouTubers?
sound. No, I'm good. I don't want to write yet.
Orange might be hard to read.
I want to talk about what's to come this year because we're gonna introduce. I've been thinking about introducing new ideas to the show, not to Daniel Gian Chalk, but maybe just potential other shows, or
Yeah.
maybe it could become a segment in the show. I don't know, but I was thinking of like, I always had an idea for a web series. I'm not gonna give that out yet, but maybe like Daniel and Gian talk, or maybe Daniel and Gian present like this web series, and we're every Thursday an episode comes out or something. I mean, this is stuff. Maybe I'll edit this part out of the episode. I don't know, but like that's what I've been brainstorming. Is like, what do you guys think of that? Like, it's not a talk show, but it's content that we make. Like we write it, or maybe Gian writes it and I direct it since he's working, or something like that. Like we're putting our name on it.
What
It's
is this,
by us.
SNL?
No, not skits. I mean, maybe skits, but not like. Yeah, I get, but like they're little short films. It'd be a web series.
Kind of like Donald Schumer does.
Sure.
Sure.
Like
I
what-
haven't seen the
Chappelle's show.
Chappelle or Schumer.
I said college humor.
Oh, College Humor.
Sorry.
I thought you said Amy Schumer.
No, more like like a 3-minute Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Oh, no. What I mean is how they present
Oh yeah,
shit
sure.
like that.
But
That's
it's
what
just,
I'm talking about.
But it's just we're still gonna like. This is a podcast through and through. I'm just saying like another way of like putting ourselves out there. I was thinking about that, and I was thinking that you and I, that we could do something like a quick take. Like not every week we always get to talk about things that like, you know, me and Gian don't get to talk about everything. But let's just say like, for example, well obviously hashtag Nigger Navy was big. But let's say it was something super relevant.
Sure.
Like me and you could take 5 minutes, or like maybe me and you could start breaking down trailers and shit like that. Like a quick take. Just it's not gonna be an hour podcast. It'll be 10 minutes tops where we just like we watched the new King Kong trailer. What do we think? Oh
The new Power Rangers trailer. Did you see that?
no.
Looks
fuck,
stupid.
Fuck Power Rangers.
Fuck Power Rangers.
I got one for you.
And I wanna let me finish and you can go ahead. You proposed this one. We roast short films. That's another one too. But our own first to get
Yeah.
our own shit out there. I think there could be
That's
a way where
funny.
we could do that too, where it's like we
Roast.
Can I roast too or no?
well, you don't have any films.
No, I'm gonna roast your shit.
I can roast your fucking performance in that one short film I cast you in. There's
Oh,
one
that's a
performance
good
of
one.
Zack,
No.
That's a
where
good
Zach's
one.
like, can I have
Never
the
seen
script? Can I hold the script? And I'm like, sure, Zach, you can hold the script. During the take, he's like, his line's like, get away from her, Daryl or whatever his name is. And then Zach's like, get away from her.
Holding
In the
this-
take,
Yeah.
picks the paper up. Daryl. It was
Good-
hilarious.
Good
What the
timing.
fuck's your name? Oh, Daryl.
But but anyway, sure you could roast, I guess. But my idea was to go off that as like maybe we do it like a confessional
Oh, like a
where we're not in the
commentary shit.
same room, and it's like so we're not inhibited by like or I don't know. What do you think?
That would be funny. I think.
It'd be like the
Like what's that? What's
the
that
real
one-
world booths. where you
Like the
just-
real world booth, but more like the what's that? What's the
Confessional.
what's the YouTube show that like the kids are watching like. You know,
Oh, React.
kids listen to
Yeah, it's
Metallica for
React.
the first time. There's a channel that does it.
Yeah,
But you do it like that, where you just
It's the Fine Brothers.
Yeah, there you go. Where you just edit it like that, where it's like we're all talking to one, you know, instead of us. Maybe I don't know. It's a thought. What was your thought you're gonna be, Zach?
Just say do if you aside from everything you've done, you can also do best of Daniel Gian.
Oh yeah,
This
that's
week.
gonna come. That's actually gonna come
Cool.
starting from the first episode
You know,
from the new year. That's already something in stone. Which
cool.
because sometimes people don't have time for a 3-hour podcast.
Yep.
But they might have 10 minutes
Yep.
to watch us talk about fucking funerals and
Some
cremating
shit.
or something, whatever. That's definitely gonna come. So for those who are listening, yeah, that's gonna come. You just quick best ofs, or actually, what it's gonna be is like segments. Like, okay, we talked specifically about Guardians of the Galaxy 2 right here for 20 minutes. We'll upload that portion. And then if you want to see the whole thing, you can watch the show. That's actually how I found Joe Rogan. Is like I was watching segments, like a 5-minute video. And then I'm like, oh, this guy he's talking to is interesting. Let me find another 5-minute video where he's talking to him. And then all of a sudden I realized, oh, wait, the whole episode's on here.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
shit, it's 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Nice. That's what I love about Joe Rogan's. They're long as fuck.
I've
That's
been
my
on.
favorite
I've been
thing.
on that shit for years now. That's how I
Um,
like got into podcasts.
well, I didn't know about it. I wish I did. Because I wanted a blog at one point.
Dude,
Shit, this is so easy.
You know how I got into it? I used to work with a bunch of potheads at a dispensary, and they just sit there listening to podcasts all day. And I just
Well, that's not why I listened to it.
no, they
No, I know, I get it. Them, yeah. But
like what I'm saying is like they drew me to the idea altogether because they had
oh, I just like talk. I've always liked talk shows.
yeah. But what I'm
I've
saying
been
is
watching
like
Bill Maher since forever.
potheads have a lot of patience. They're sitting there stoned. They're gonna listen to fucking 2
sure,
hours. That's what I'm
sure.
saying. Like
Yeah, okay, I can buy that.
yeah.
But that's coming already. Another thing that we're gonna throw around. This is, I need to talk to Gian about it. He's been in fucking Ireland. Is with Connor? I don't know. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to do it. But I wanted to follow fucking the fucking weight loss challenge of the Joe Rogan podcast, but with me and Carlos.
What about Gian?
Wait, you mean
Well,
the Tom
Gian can be
Segura
in it, I guess.
podcast? The weight loss challenge Tom Segura did with Bert Kreischer?
Yeah.
That's not Joe Rogan.
No, they did the results on Joe Rogan.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
It was what
If we
one?
did it, I'd
It was
beat
he was
you.
227 or some shit.
I
Did
would
they-
beat you.
Well, see, I don't know if I want to do it because I don't want to.
Daniel's
I
fucking
don't want to
lazy.
shame Carlos.
Daniel's lazy as fuck.
Well, first of all, you guys gotta start hydrating. You guys don't even have your jeans up. The fuck are you guys doing?
I always
What the
wear my
fuck?
jeans up. I wear a belt.
Start hydrating. What do you mean?
You guys don't have that shit high and tight. You guys
Why
look
are
like
you
you
looking at
sag
my
your
dick,
shit.
Zach?
I'm looking at your jeans,
What
brother.
the fuck are you talking about?
See, he doesn't get it. He doesn't even know about it.
Zach's gay.
You have to stay hydrated.
Zach's gay.
How do you know?
You guys are totally ripping on a whole fucking segment. You guys don't even. God damn it.
I would. Daniel's lazy. I would win. Whatever it is.
Or not. What would the bet be?
I don't know.
I don't know. You gotta shave your eyebrows if you
No,
lose.
shave our heads.
Shave your head. Okay. I'd win.
Why not the eyebrows? You gotta make it somewhat controversial.
No, the head is pretty fucking. That's a big thing.
Buzz
Are you
cut,
kidding
not
me?
bald,
Okay,
buzz
No,
cut.
it's a big
bald.
thing because it's
Bald.
big.
Fuck
It's,
that.
Bald. It would be bald. I would go bald.
do you
and I'm
guys
growing
want
my hair
viewers
out
or do
right
you
now.
guys just want people to look at it and be like, what a bunch of idiots? Do the eyebrows.
I won't do the fucking bald thing.
That's 'cause
do
you're a
the
bitch.
eyebrows.
I wouldn't do that
That's
to
because you
Daniel.
know you would lose.
Shave
No,
it-
that's because you know you'd lose.
I wouldn't do that to Daniel.
You know
bro.
you'd lose. You
Dude,
wouldn't want to take that
he has
chance.
enough. He has enough.
You
time.
wouldn't. You wouldn't want to take. Look, he's dodging it. He's dodging it. You wouldn't want to take that
I
chance.
don't want Daniel to.
If
yeah.
you're so fucking confident that you'd win, you'd take that bet to see me fucking shave my head.
Okay.
How about we do the opposite? Have a gain your weight challenge.
Gain.
So you can get biggest. Really?
Why don't we have a challenge where we fucking see how much if we can lose more weight than Zack gains?
Oh, dude, you guys
Combined.
would lose so fucking hard.
Yeah.
That's
no.
actually an interesting challenge. If you
I
think
would
about
put
it.
on so much more weight than you guys can lose.
Easy to
I
put on
guarantee
weight.
it.
Yeah, but Zach
I can eat
works
2
hard.
pizzas, dude.
He works hard.
No, I'm serious. His
It's
job
harder
is
to-
a
it's
physical
harder
labor
to
job.
lose weight than
But if we
You guys,
if we lost 10 pounds each, that means Zach has to gain 20 pounds to beat us. It would be in our favor after a while.
Sure.
yeah, but you guys
That's
can't.
an
You guys
interesting
can't even
spin
lose
on it.
10 pounds in a
That's an
month, though.
interesting spin on it.
Though.
You guys can't lose 10 pounds in a month. So what are you gonna do?
It wouldn't be over a month.
I'm saying you guys suck at losing weight.
How do you know
suck
that?
at losing weight.
I'm gonna be gaining weight. I'm good at that shit.
How do you know that we suck at losing weight?
Zach, you have high metabolism.
I don't have a high metabolism. I'm active and I eat a shit ton.
Zach
Yeah,
has high
that means you have a
metabolism.
high metabolism.
You guys aren't. You guys are inactive.
Zach.
What do you expect?
Zach, when
you
I
don't
first
fucking
met
know
you,
what I do.
when I first
Fuck.
met you,
Yeah.
you were they called you the fucking raccoon. You look like a little twig.
They call me the raccoon because I wore a black and gray sweater every
You
goddamn
look
day.
like a twig. You were tiny
He
and
was skinny.
thin
He was skinny.
I'm still tiny and thin.
because you have high metabolism, motherfucker.
No, I'm kidding. Look at me.
And then
I'm
when you're
fucking-
30 and you get into your
I'm gonna
fucking
look like Al Bundy?
mid-30s, yeah, because the metabolism disappears and you get a fucking beer
Al
gut.
Bundy.
You'd be the motherfucking first one to get a beer gut out of all of
He
us.
would.
No, I won't.
You would have a beer
Guar-
belly.
You drink more beer.
I'll talk to you in 15 years, brother.
You will look.
Let's do this challenge, man. I'm down.
You'll
You guys
look like
lose all the weight you guys
you'd
want.
look-
I'll still be gaining more than you can.
You would look
I
like
would not do that challenge.
you would
it's
look
easier
like
to gain weight.
you would look like fucking one of the people from Trailer Park Boys.
I would say Randy, the
I don't
cheeseburger
know.
Randy, the guy with the shirt.
Yeah.
He has no shirt on. Always has the biggest belly.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me. I'm down with that guy. That guy's sexy.
You probably would fucking.
Yeah,
You lazy
fuck his cheeseburger walrus ass all day.
Lazy ass Daniel.
But yeah, no,
Let's for the head. Shave our head.
I'll shave my head
No.
if I lose.
I won't do it.
See, he's a bitch.
Fucking
That's because he
jotos.
knows I'll win. No, I'll do it.
They're a bunch of putillas.
It's Carlos who's a little pussy. I'll ask Gian.
What?
Gian is already bigger than me,
We'll have to
man.
lose the amount
The
of.
bald, dude. That's
Wait. If it's
Why
gonna
not?
be, why can't it be 2-on-2?
Why does it matter?
Hold on.
because
I was thinking this.
Your job's not going to discriminate you because you fucking shaved your head.
Yeah,
I don't want you to shave. your
you don't
head.
work in the Hollywood big times, brother. They don't care.
He
Why
takes-
can't it be something else?
He's a photographer.
Yeah, I don't care, dude. You're
What would
behind
it
the
be then?
camera. You're
This
not.
We're brainstorming. What would it be?
Not that.
What?
How about you get a tattoo of somebody's face
No,
on your
no
back?
tattoo.
On your back. On your back.
Why?
Where nobody's
Why
gonna see
not,
it.
Daniel? Why not?
Because I'm not into pain.
Wow.
That would hurt.
But you're into losing weight. That's pain.
Well,
What?
shaving my head is temporary. Yeah, your hair's gonna grow back in a month or two, but it's not something permanent.
All right. How
I'm
about
not
this?
that. No, I'm not that.
How
down.
about this? How
I'm
about
not
that?
that
Okay.
down. And I'll admit it. Carlos is not admitting that he's fucking scared.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with me.
I know. I'm just busting your shit, man. I get you.
It's just a tattoo is pretty extreme.
It is extreme. All right, but how about this? Instead of you two against me, how about
It's not extreme.
how
but
about
like
it's-
for me, it
You're
is.
not in it, Zach.
how about it's me and Gian trying to gain weight while you guys try to lose weight?
No, you're not
'Cause
in this.
Gion's already on that
Zach,
shit,
you're
dude.
out.
That guy's trying to get buff. That guy's trying to
Zach.
gain weight anyway.
Zach, you don't even make any sense.
Cut.
Are you fucking kidding me? I don't make sense.
The whole
Fuck off.
reason, the whole reason that made it fair, what I said, because Carlos is just not down to do what I said. But the only reason why it's fair,
I'm down to do the challenge.
the only reason why it's fair is because it's easier for you to gain weight than it is for us to lose weight, right? Okay, so by putting our numbers together, since it's hard, it should be able to equal or better your one number.
Yeah, but you guys.
And if you have 2-on-2 and you're both gaining weight, then you're gonna gain weight more than that's stupid.
It's easier to gain weight.
No.
And the whole
It's
point-
not though.
and-
Not
and
when you have a
Gian's
higher
not gonna
metabolism,
want-
like you've been saying this whole goddamn
Gian's not
We're
gonna
time.
not
wanna
gonna do
lose-
the.
Gion's not
gain-
gonna wanna
We're not
gain
doing
weight.
the gain thing.
Man, you guys are fucking lame as shit.
How's that lame?
If you shave your head,
We don't.
You guys don't want to do shit.
The reason
dude.
I say no is of the shaming.
Like-
It's like a humiliation thing. It should be something that I have to do for you or get you something or something like that.
the
What's
fuck.
up with
like
the,
what?
I don't know. You have to pay for something.
What?
Is-
I don't
It
know.
has to be defined first. If you fucking say like a first class trip to fucking Australia,
Look at this privileged fuck, dude, asking for a trophy. Jesus Christ, let's do the challenge.
I'll do the challenge.
Fuck.
For a
We'll
head
just do the
shape, though.
challenge. Just why does it have to
Yeah.
be for a head shape?
Because it's
'cause
fucking
it's easy,
hilarious.
It's simple. There's no
And it's
money
temporary.
involved. It's temporary. Your hair will grow back.
I won't
Yeah,
do the
bro.
bald one. I won't do it. I'll do the challenge.
Shave your eyebrows.
Okay.
Anything.
All right. If you
Or your eyelashes.
if you
Shave your
don't-
eyelashes.
If you don't, hold on. If you don't do the bald thing, if you
Sure.
don't do the bald thing,
Okay.
which means you could keep your hair, I get to put designs all over your head.
Designs all over?
Designs, like LA right here.
Like hennas?
you
Hennas
can't
every
change
day?
it. No, like you know what I'm talking about.
No, I
like
won't do
the
it.
straight
Oh,
LA,
the fucking.
straight LA.
Oh,
put Laker
shit.
logo on the back of
No,
his head.
fuck. I'd rather shave.
Get his line up
See?
to here, dog, like right up there.
Shave
Yeah.
just the top.
Yeah. Or get him that fade down the center, like the little side right here.
If it's not bald, it's a super fucking haircut that you wouldn't.
So give
want,
him, like,
and I
an
get to
NBA
pick out, and it
playoff
could be whatever
haircut.
I want.
It's because Dan doesn't care about how he looks.
I don't care about how I look either.
Daniel.
Your
doesn't.
job. Who cares? Who's gonna care?
I'll do the challenge, but just whoever loses
Who
weight.
cares? I mean, who's the person who's gonna care about you having a bald
Me.
head?
I don't want to rock a bald head. What the
All right,
fuck?
how about
That's
this? You have
big
to,
ass
how about
heads.
this? You have to grow your fingernails as long as you can for 6 months.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, who gives a fuck, dude? It's just your hair.
I care. That's why I'm saying no, because me.
This
It'll
guy.
grow back.
Yeah,
Mm.
dog.
Okay,
How about this?
So then what do
it
you
just
suggest?
All right, how about this? If you lose, I get to
Not
punch you in the
that.
face.
What do you suggest? Something
Okay,
then?
fine.
I got a little more. It's a little more temporary, you know. It's not gonna hurt that long.
What'd you
Sure.
suggest?
You can punch me in his face. I don't know. Not
Punch
that.
my face.
Yeah, he wants to punch me in his face. Okay. I don't
Well,
give a
fuck. I mean,
That's stupid. I wouldn't want you to
this
punch me
guy's
in the
over here
face.
worried about a goddamn shaved head. At least he's not gonna worry about a broken tooth for too long.
Yes, I am worried about a shave head.
Yeah, I get it. No, I'm
he's
cool with
worried
that,
he's
but-
going to lose because if he was so confident he'd win, he would just do the challenge, say, yes, I will
It's
do
because
it, but shaved
Daniel
head.
doesn't care.
And then what'll happen
Daniel
is...
doesn't do anything.
What happens if I lose, though?
No.
Daniel can stay in
You're
his
not
house.
even in the
for-
bet, Zach.
You're not in the bet, Zach. You're not in it. Zach's out of it.
You're contributing to the conversation. You're not in it.
It's just whoever loses the most weight.
Between me and
So
Carlos.
I'm listening to two pussies talking about some shit they can't even do, and they're already talking about the end result for
Because
it.
Carlos is being a little bitch because he said he wouldn't fucking shave his head, and because he's so confident that he'll lose, that he'll beat me.
I never said
if
that.
he was so confident he would beat me, he would take the bet because he wouldn't have to worry about losing. So there'd be no worry for him to lose his head because he's so confident he's going to lose
I
more
never
weight
said
than
that.
me.
This is-
I know, but you should be saying that because you're so confident. Because
never said I
you're
was so
saying
confident.
no because you know I could fucking win and you'd have to shave your fucking head. That's the only reason why it would bother you because you're worried that you would actually lose your
I'd do a
hair
buzz cut, but I wouldn't do a shaved head.
because you're worried I'd beat you.
Sure, you can lose too. You're not, and you don't care.
I know.
You don't
That's-
fucking care how you look because you're a fucking sloth.
So what do you propose then?
Roasted.
Anything else but that?
Okay, propose something. That was my proposal.
See, that's
Your
my
turn.
thing. Like, if you're gonna sit here and argue all that shit, you gotta have some sort of idea what you want to do, man. I mean, otherwise we're gonna sit here running around in circles for the next 20 minutes.
Nothing. Whoever just loses the most weight, just loses the most.
Oh, so he gets to sit there with the
That's
gratification
gay.
of being healthy? That's fucking gay.
Say something else then. I'll do a buzz cut, but not a shaved head.
How far is a buzz cut?
Like a number one, not
That's
a
the
zero.
number 0 too. The same thing, no?
Whatever, not shaved.
So you look super cholo, but not.
No,
all
no, no, no,
bald.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. I got it.
I wouldn't shave my head. I'll do a buzz cut.
No, no, no.
I have long hair.
Loser
You
has
have
to get a
long hair.
Jerry curl or some shit, like a mullet.
Stupid. I'll do just a buzz cut. Jerry
Well, no,
curl.
that's what
too
I.
much work.
That's what I said, Zach. I said if he doesn't want to cut his hair, I get to cut it however I want.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing. Giving a hairstyle however you want.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
It's the same thing. The only thing that would be equivalent to that would be like if I won, you can't cut your hair anymore for 2 years.
Yeah, and then how would that'd be actually make you look better as a photographer?
I don't.
I know a lot of
Doesn't have to
photographers
do
that look like
anything about
hippies.
my job or about what I do.
Well, you're just.
You guys
you're
talk shit about my job, and you guys don't even know what the fuck I do
What
either.
the fuck are you
I,
talking about? I never said
we
anything.
do know what you do.
I don't know shit what I do.
I never said anything about your job. So.
Oh, okay. Last
Zach's-
time I saw you
Zach's-
last week, you were like, "Oh,
What
you
did I
gotta
say?
go to Hollywood, brother. See you later."
Oh, you weren't?
No,
Wow,
He's
I
going
was
to.
trying to help
He's
you out,
going
bro.
to. He was,
that's what I'm saying. Like you're
He's
talking
going to Orange
shit, brother.
County.
I wasn't
He's going
talking
to
shit.
Anaheim.
I was trying to. I thought you did that.
Oh, hey.
I thought highly of you. No.
Nah, yeah, no, you didn't.
Zach was trying
Are
me
we
in.
doing it or not?
We need to decide on when we're going to do it on.
Oh, what's the name of that baseball convention? NABCA or
You
some
know,
shit?
There has to
What are you
be
talking
money
about?
involved. I don't care.
Well, what's your? I didn't say money. I said
You have to shave your beard off. I don't know. The fuck?
I don't have a beard. This is gay.
Okay, then. I won't do it then. Fuck it.
Why are you? See, now you're being a little baby.
Yep.
Because you know I would win.
It's not even about that. It's just someone's
Doesn't matter
sensitive
if
with
you
their
win or
hair,
not.
man.
I just wouldn't do a bald head.
Okay, what do you propose?
I already said a buzz cut.
One of it, like we have to be each other's bitch.
What does that mean? Well, what would that
I
entail?
don't know. We have
Be
to
each
drive each
other's
other.
bitch?
We have to drive each other around.
All right, how about
like
this?
Uber
No. 'cause
for a
I-
month?
No. I don't know. How would that work? We have jobs. We work. What if I have to work?
You're getting too
You're right,
technical
you
with
have
this, brother.
I don't know.
This is a competition. This ain't a lifestyle.
Has to buy
Zach makes
weed
no
for
sense.
a year.
to- Exactly. I don't know what Zach's saying.
Me either.
He just.
What?
Okay, Zach, you could be in it. I'm sorry. We're sorry.
Yeah, well, you're in it now. What do you propose?
Yeah, sure. Okay. What's the competition again?
Who loses the most fucking weight?
We're all losing weight.
See, here's the thing. I can't lose any more weight. I'm already anorexic, guys.
Oh, there you go. You lose. You're out of it.
You lost right away. So let's
I lost
decide
the
what's
most
going to
weight. I
happen to
already
Zach. All right, Zach, you're going to shave your head. You said you would do it. You already lost.
I lost all the weight. What do you mean I lost? That's the winner. The person who loses the most weight wins,
You
right?
just said you
The
can't lose weight.
Starting weight. We're
yeah.
starting where we are now.
Yeah, you said you're already anorexic. You can't lose any more weight. So that means you lost because any weight we
Well,
lose would
then,
be more
why
than
not-
you.
if that was the case, why don't we just go back to the original
Well, we can do-
competition,
we
which
can
was
do
you two
body
versus
ma-
me? Just do that.
The
No,
original
I don't like
competition
that
was
one.
never that. It
Really?
was just
I don't like that one. We could do body
Wow.
mass
Of course you
index or
don't like
something.
that one.
Whoever loses the most. Body.
because the fact of the matter is it's not about the number. If we both win at the end.
Well,
we're
and you're
all
also talking
winners.
about two different BMIs here. too. You guys are the same size. You guys are the same fucking
Me and
weight.
Daniel are like the same height. I'm like 5'6".
That's what I'm saying.
And the
Like,
same weight.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not 5'6".
I'm not the same size
That's
or height
all
as you
right.
guys.
Like I'm 5'7".
Oh, I'm 5'7" too. You're not 5'6".
What are you?
You're not 5'6".
Six.
I'm not 5'6".
You're
My
not
doctor
5'7".
says 5'7". My ID says 5'7".
So
Well,
does
my
mine.
ID says I'm like 120.
Mine says 5'11".
7'1".
Your ID could say anything.
All
bro.
right. So what? Tell me, Zach. What do you propose?
For you two, the
Yep.
loser.
Well, what's the competition?
Well, if you guys obviously don't want to lose weight, so I mean,
We do. He's a little bitch. He
What
just
the
doesn't
fuck?
wanna
he just
shave
said
his
he doesn't
head.
want to lose weight. You just said you don't
When-
want to lose
when
weight.
did I
either.
say that?
You just said you don't want to
I
shave
didn't
your
say
head.
that.
I
Zach
said I
did.
don't want to shave my head.
Yeah, that means you don't want to lose weight, man.
What?
You don't want to sacrifice. If you're not willing to make sacrifices in your life, how do you expect to accomplish anything,
Why
man?
do I want to
Shit.
fucking shave my head to lose weight? Why is that
You
going
don't
to help
have
me
to
lose
shave
weight?
your head to lose weight, but I'm saying the idea of you sacrificing your hair in order to
What?
make yourself healthier is
If
scaring
I
the shit
shave
out
my
of you.
head, it's going to make me lose weight? That's what you're
saying-
saying.
Well, yeah.
No,
kinda,
that's not
'cause
what
you're
I'm
gonna want to
saying.
outdo me.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like you're
It doesn't
gonna
have to be that.
you
Well,
But
okay, Zach.
bald
Stop
why
talking
does it
shit
have to
about
be,
Carlos.
why does it have
and
to be a
propose
bald
something.
head?
Because it's something it's something that you actually want to lose weight to not get a bald head.
yeah, full.
I don't want to
other
get a bald
things.
head.
Yeah.
I want to see you with the bald head, so I would make sure I lose
Yeah,
more weight
that's the
so I
whole
can see
fucking
you.
point.
I get that.
The competition, huh?
What do you propose?
Eating contest.
Eating
Don't acknowledge
contest.
this. An
Fuck is
eating
that?
contest. No, it has to stick to weight loss challenge.
So then it might as well
But
just make it
we're-
a weight loss challenge.
It's a simple challenge of the weight loss.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. That's the competition. That's
Okay.
already set in stone.
I would just lose weight just to beat Daniel. Just
yeah,
because.
but there needs to be an incentive.
Okay, then what is it?
I propose it.
The winner
already.
gets a Twinkie. I don't know. Fuck.
That's
Jesus,
an-
you guys are over
that's
here
not an-
crying about hair.
We're not worried about
Dude,
that
fuck the hair. Who cares about the hair?
because it's okay.
I'm not gonna do the
See,
hair.
all of a sudden he doesn't. Yeah.
I get to dress you. I
Sure.
get to change your
No,
wardrobe.
no. That's no.
Why not?
I
What?
get to wear your
Because-
Because it's
wardrobe.
not what you want.
It's not because I don't want that. It's
Your
because that's a
wardrobe.
stupid
No,
idea.
that's pretty funny.
Your wardrobe.
Because I could see you dressing me totally fucking gay.
You
Same
have to
thing
wear a
around.
dress on the podcast and a wig. Some shit like that.
Oh, now you're gonna change it to the dress on the podcast instead of every day.
We're not changing it to anything. Nothing is set. We're not
We're
changing
having a discussion.
anything.
Why are you getting so angry, Zach?
Zach's because he's not in it.
He's getting
He
mad.
wants to be
Triggered.
Okay, Zach, you can be in it. Okay.
So what? Okay.
No, I'm good.
All right. So dressing each other, wear a dress.
Yeah.
It has to be humiliation. Something that you can hold over their head,
Sure.
and a trophy,
A trophy. Sure, we could get a
Like
trophy.
a Shiva.
a first and second place.
I
Trophy.
would just do it for the pride's sake.
Just so I know I'm better than Daniel at something.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
everybody knows that I'm better than him, and I'm.
At losing weight.
That's why you would do it.
No, I told you I'd want to do it so I could see you lose your fucking hair.
But-
Yeah, and then brag about
But
it.
it's bragging rights.
The better twin. That's what I was. Wasn't gonna be quick
it's pure
takes.
competition
We should-
to me.
We should have something where we fucking what. That's the thing I was talking about that I wanted.
It doesn't have to be.
A spin-off title is like We're Not Brothers. And it's just me and Carlos talking about whatever. It's called We're Not
That's
Brothers.
funny.
How long?
We have 8 minutes left.
8 minutes left in that?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to wrap it up then.
Yeah, I think we're on like
We'll discuss
hour.
this in the next one.
what?
Again.
Yeah, it's not in stone. Carlos is obviously needs to think. Oh shit, he's a little pussy.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Sure. I love my hair. It looks good.
It's alright, dog. You need a hairstylist though.
Should go to Echo.
Yep.
Mm.
Zach
Yeah,
knows
she
someone.
actually cut my hair, so you talking shit or what?
Oh, she did.
Damn. How long ago was that? 2 weeks ago, right? You need a haircut
No.
again, boy.
Damn,
It's
bro.
last month, but she did cut it.
You do need a haircut every 4 weeks. You know that, yeah?
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Why do you have to
need
fucking get a haircut?
You get a haircut whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
No, you're not what
no,
you're saying.
No,
That's
you,
some
you said
so-
you need
That's
one.
that's a business manipulation thing. Get the fuck out of here. Exactly. No, don't shake your head. You're
Dude,
wrong.
He's wrong. You need one. That's
Okay.
No
not
one
true.
needs one. If you don't get a haircut after 4 weeks, you don't suddenly start to fucking lose your hair. You don't start fucking
Well,
decaying.
for fuck's sake, no one's providing that catastrophe. Jesus Christ, all I'm saying
if
is
you have
recommended.
to do something, that means if you don't do something, you have to do something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is your hair grows
You
out of
have to
place, out of
breathe.
your style,
You
which is
have
why
to
you
breathe.
kind of have to fucking
You
get
have
it
to
redone.
breathe. If you don't breathe,
How do
you're
you know
gonna
my
die.
style?
You're gonna
Oh, for
pass
fuck's
out.
sake,
I have a
guys.
lot of styles.
Maybe Carlos was training his hair and he wanted it cut so he can restart. And he
Training his hair so he can shave it? Yeah, that sounds cool.
No one's shaving it. On his head.
I go get a haircut when I want to. I usually go once a month because, like you said,
Well, it's just because if
wanna
you're trying to maintain the style,
I know, but you
that's
don't
all.
need to.
I'm not trying to maintain any style.
Like me, I'm trying to grow my
I
hair
can tell
out.
that by your hair.
I'm trying to grow my hair out right now. That's what I'm
Dude,
doing.
stop talking shit about my hair.
I know, fucker. You're
But I'm gonna shave the sides before I go to Texas.
He's hating on the hair.
So
My hair's way better
Echo's
than
gonna
yours,
shave
dog.
the sides before I go to Texas, but I don't need
Good
to.
job.
Zach, when you met me, when was the first time you saw me got a haircut?
Oh, dude, I
How long
didn't
did
see
you
you
know
get
me
a
before I got a
haircut.
haircut? Before I got a haircut?
Daniel
think
had
it was,
long hair, girl hair.
It was either like right after or right before high
How long
school,
was it?
right?
No, I met you in high school, stupid.
No, I'm saying you didn't get a haircut. Like you didn't get a haircut until
Just
after
loses
high
all
school.
credibility.
No. I hear what you're saying, Zach. No, what I'm asking you though is, how long did you know me before I got a haircut? Not when was the last time I got one? I said I knew Daniel for 5 years before he got a haircut. How long? What was that number? Obviously you don't know exactly,
I
but
needed one though.
5. I'd say 5-6 years, dude.
no, it wasn't that long. I had a haircut before I graduated high school. I still had long hair, but
That's what I'm
I
saying,
cut
like-
the main fucking. When I went to El Taco, remember that?
He needed
Oh, when they
one.
called you Mija?
Okay, mija, what would you like?
That was hilarious.
Once he
Zach,
got started,
When they spit in your burrito?
once he's a chick.
No, actually, that didn't even bother me because as Zach will tell you, I didn't even.
He didn't
I took it
care.
on the. I just was like a bean and cheese burrito because I heard it so many
It's 'cause he
times.
didn't understand what they were talking.
Oh, shut up! I understand that one. You
Me
dumb
dijo,
fuck.
okay, mija.
I just was like whatever. I heard what made me stop is my hair was so long that I like to slouch in my chair, right, like this, and then when I would go to lean forward because I slouch too much,
Something, but I'm not.
I pull my hair. I don't know what?
Nothing.
Say it.
Nothing.
Don't be gay.
Nothing, dog.
I
Fuck
forgot what I
it.
was gonna say.
See, pussy.
This is
Just
something
like
about you
fucking-
being gay.
Just something about the head shave. Pussy about that too. But anyway,
Heck yeah, I am.
Hey, remember that
That's-
time we went to El Pollo Loco and they called me Zack? It happened again the other day at El
Zack.
Pollo Loco.
and there on the receipt it said ESAC, ESAC.
The other day I went there in Dana Point and I said, "Hey, what's your name?" They asked me, "What's your name?" I said, "My name's Zack." And I looked at the receipt. It said SACC.
Dick.
Sack.
Sack.
Sock. I was pissed, dude.
Well, let's
No one's watching.
It's okay, Mika.
let's wrap this.
Yeah, let's wrap the shit out of this
bitch up.
thing.
This is the test. I made sure to make it extra long. So if this has a lot of views, then Zach's the key to the whole world. He's Nostradamus.
But at the same time, you guys don't want me on the show, so that's fine.
What? You're not in the fucking competition.
We don't want you.
No, I said the show.
I didn't say that. You've been on the last 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but that's just a trial run, fool. Come on.
What?
It's a trial run, dog. Don't.
There's no trial.
Carlos isn't even on the show.
You're just on it.
Carlos is on the show.
No, he's
No,
not.
don't talk.
He's been on the show.
I'm not on the show.
He's not on the show. It's
Are you
Daniel
fucking
and-
me?
It's Daniel and Gian talk. He's chimed in.
Holy shit! I thought you've been on the show this whole time.
No, I've been.
He's been there.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
He's
what?
not on the show.
Oh.
He just comments.
Because I've been listening the whole time ever since you guys started.
I know
I mean,
you
I
have the
say
most
stuff.
listens on SoundCloud.
I say stuff sometimes. But
He
That's what I
chimes
mean,
in,
like-
but he doesn't have.
Yeah, this whole time I was.
This
under
is the
impression-
longest he's talked.
Daniel and Gian and Carlos talk.
That's not what it's called.
DNGC.
This isn't a tryout.
DNGC.
guys.
DCG.
So what you thought every guest was a
GDC.
tryout for?
Well, no. What I mean is because of
Daniel
because
and
of
Gian
because of the
search
other
for
day
the next co-host.
of how it went and how it was like kind of like.
Oh
shit,
yeah, I
what the
mean
fuck?
sure in a
That's what I'm
joking
saying.
way, but not fucking for reals.
Hey man, you never.
I mean
know, bro.
sure, maybe if you're that fucking if it does pop off, Gion's gonna want you back as a regular guest, and then we'll have to publicize. Hey everyone, Zach's gonna be coming back.
I'm gonna
in a
have
few
to
weeks.
fucking get a Twitter or
Daniel
some
and
shit
Gian
too,
talk,
dude.
and then it's
I don't
like,
even.
Shit.
I don't even have a
Zach
Twitter.
featuring Zach. Could you imagine?
That would suck,
If we
dick,
fucking
dude.
we fucking make Zach
Featuring
famous.
Zach.
Out of everything, it's us making Zach famous.
That'd be
Like
the end
of
of the
all
world,
the
dude.
fucking jobs that Zach's had, I fucking
minutes.
make Zack famous, an unfamous person.
Actually, I'm pretty famous in my industry. But
Dude,
Big fucking industry.
just remember
Big.
D&G.
Big fucking industry.
big fucking industry.
Remember when
I
you
remember
big
that
Zack.
shit, dog.
Remember who gave you your start? D&G talk.
BFI. That was the
I thought
BFI guy. It was like
yeah,
this big fucking
that-
dude at the bus stop who looked like Santa
Yep.
Claus in like normal people clothes.
And he was just
And he was talking about like the system and like fucking. That's probably where Zach got all this fucking
That's it. We
conspiracy
lost,
bullshit.
we lost this.
It's dead.
Oh, I had 1 minute left.
Just tell me when it's dead.
It's done.
Well, anyway, he just started chanting "big fucking industry" because he was talking about how the industrial complex was fucking America up. I might lose this camera. If I do, I'm gonna switch it to the other one. But 3.5 hours, fellas. Definitely the longest podcast. Gian would never talk this long. Could have easily talked another 30 minutes. I have like 85 million.
Could be slump.
I'm gonna have a million topics on my laptop. So to wrap this up,
Let's do it.
And then
Another
with the-
card in.
Zach's down. If I
Fuck
didn't have
yeah,
to work,
dog.
I would fucking keep going. But yeah, follow us on dngtalk.com. Leave us comments, message, subscribe on iTunes. That's dead, isn't it? So I'm talking to myself. Whatever. You don't have
Flip it.
you can hear me. No, it's cool.
He looks the same as he did.
So yeah, guys.
his hair is flipped a different way.
Yeah. So yeah, follow us, subscribe. That's it. We're out. Gian will be back next week though for sure.
Sweet.
We just did this week as a test to see how popular Zach was, and I work this weekend, so I can't film on Sunday. But yeah, expect a new podcast next week. TNG Talk
Peace out,
23.
bitches.
Later.
Suck it.
Wow.